There are many types of stories in this world, some of which focus on fun adventures, mishaps, and achievements that are to be spoken of round an ale-soaked table, accompanied perfectly by drunken sounds of the tavern's loyal patrons. These stories, however, are often forgotten within the hour they are told. The stories that really leave a mark on our souls are the ones meant to be told in the dead of night, around a crackling fire. The firelight dancing in the eyes of the narrator, and at the same time creating strange shadows in the trees surrounding you, forcing you to occasionally look over your shoulder, just in case that inky darkness decides to reach out. The stories where good does not always prevail, and the light humanity so desperately holds on to is snuffed out by something simply stronger than you or I. This is that kind of story. What will unfold in front of your eyes, dear watchers, listeners, and players, will not be about shadow created by light, as so many tend to naively believe, but of shadow that simply exists. A shadow that which encompasses an unfortunate land, a shadow whose purpose is a mystery yet to be solved, a shadow that to this very day has not been conquered, a shadow that our next adventurers will inevitably have to face. And I personally can't wait to see how they do. Let me introduce you to our players. So, now I'm going to unmute you lot, because now my nerves are starting to go now, so we're good. Everyone say hello. Say hello. Say hello.
Hello.
Welcome, everyone. I'm going to turn this up a little bit so you can see me a little bit. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the first episode of The Curse of Strahd. I am joined by my lovely crew right now. We are joined by Turquoise Magpie, Gossamer Art, Hydro, and do you want to say Naomi or Rosewater Fish? What would you prefer?
Either.
Rosewater Fish or Naomi. We are going to be starting our session in a couple of minutes. I'm really excited to play with you guys. My nerves are starting to go a little bit now, so I feel okay. I feel a bit looser. But just so, before we do anything else, there's a couple of announcements I want to make sure I say. The first one, please support our artist, Turquoise Magpie, who is on my right, well, on the screen at least, created the amazing character art that some of you would have seen at the beginning. Please use the command Pally, so then you can send a tip their way. Basically, we decided that the artists Turquoise Magpie and Carmen Seville's, who designed this amazing overlay, and we have a battle map overlay too, which you should all check out. We want to make sure that they are getting paid. They volunteered, and we want to make sure that they are getting paid. So please use the command Pally, and it should send you a link, and all of it goes to those two. It splits evenly and all that kind of stuff. So please do that. Second thing, trigger warnings. Curse of Strahd is a horror campaign. There are many subject matters that can be sensitive. Typical horror things, horror themes. I believe you can Google what triggers are in the Curse of Strahd campaign, but I was going to have a link, but I didn't have time because, you know, time is of the essence. But please make sure that if the subject matters get a bit intense, just mute the stream, walk away from the stream, whatever you need to do. Make sure you are think about your own mental health first. I've already had consent from my players regarding all of the subject matters, and we want to make sure that even though I want my players to feel scared, right, because that's what a DM should do, especially in the horror setting, I want to make sure they feel safe as well. Kind of like a roller coaster, right? You're feeling super scared all around, but you're actually safe. at all times. We have got a couple of safety measures in this group. It's basically a kind of a rule where we go, could you pause? And we pause and we can reset things and whatever it needs to be done, even if we have to go on a break and discuss it. We are an open group here. We want to make sure that safety is first. My music stopped. Why has music stopped? I hate that music stopped. That sucks. Give me a second. There we go. What else? I think I'm pretty sure that's it. I'm pretty sure that's it off the top of my head. Again, just I'll say this: if the characters die, it's not my fault. It's theirs. Is that all right, players?
Well, now hold on.
Well, no. Hey, I didn't write this campaign, so if you die, blame the writers, not me. All right. So, without further ado, let's get into session 1 of the Curse of Strahd. Do me a favor. Goss, Soph, Naomi, could you please, if you're able to, turn your lights off, please? Thank you. Hydra, you stay right there, my friend.
I'm scared.
Good. I've already done it. I've done it now. Yay. I've already won. I've made you scared, and that means a lot to me. Okay. So, let's get into it. You find yourself, as in your character, in a dark environment. You feel yourself floating in the air through no effort of your own. You look around you and you see certain twinkling lights in the distance. Some look like stars, but then you notice that the one that looks furthest away is right up next to you. You notice there's strands of silver waves just cascading and going around you. You don't know if it's comforting or inviting. It just feels empty. Your focus turns what you think is forward. And you see a shadowed figure in front of you, but much taller than you. You recognize this person, and they are staring right at you. Their eyes almost reflect the surrounding starlight around you. You notice that they start to kneel down in front of you, and they put a very gentle claw on your shoulder. You feel their gentle squeeze of reassurance. They slowly stand, eyes on you, and you see a gentle nod. And a slight bit of moisture going down their cheek. their face held high, they turn, and you see behind them, but now in front of them because they're facing that way, what was just starlight in the distance. It almost starts to coalesce into different shapes until you notice these shapes are feathers. And then you notice two wings almost forming a doorway of such. You raise your claw towards this person as those wings open, and the darkness inside is darker than everything else around you. If you've ever seen that material, what is like the darkest thing, right? And then you just notice them slowly walk through. And almost like in an embracing motion, the wings slowly close behind them. But for you, Dro, what is the one word that your character would say just before that door closes to them? Hey, welcome to D&D.
So you want the one word I would say to them as the door closes?
Yep. What would be the one thing you want to say to them as they leave?
Ooh, okay. Let's go. After seeing the surroundings and seeing the figure pass through the doorway, as they pass through, I'd say, you only said one word, right?
Yep.
Just go with bless.
Bless. As that word starts to escape your mouth, you notice that it's trapped. You try again. You try your very best to make sure that they can hear you, but it does not happen. You just catch yourself every time. The wings close. They fade into starlight. And then you see the lights just separate and go in all their different directions. You breathe heavy. You might have let out a noise in your mind. And then you feel a and then what you hear is excuse me, mate. Excuse me, and you feel this shrug on your shoulder. Excuse me, you've arrived. You arrived, sir. I think it's sir. Sorry. You've arrived. This is the Nightmare Stable. Is what you wanted to go to, I believe. And they're looking at you like waiting for a response. Role play, Hydro.
I'm getting into it, okay?
Yeah, you got it.
Okay, I guess Chicken Awake, and he lets me know that we made it to the destination, the Nightmare Stable, and I'm like, a little taken back by what I just saw. I say thank you for getting me to my destination. And I get up.
No problem. And he puts out a hand for a tip.
I roll my eyes a little bit and then reach into my little satchel, pull out a couple coins, place it in his hands.
Thank you kindly. Appreciate it. Right. Well, pleasure. Well, you've slept most of the way, so it wasn't really a nice conversation, but, nice to meet you, and enjoy whatever the fuck you've got planned. Anyway, get out. And he like sort of pushes you out a little bit as your feet hit the floor, and you notice that the floor itself is cobblestone, but it is kind of wet, like mildewy kind of thing. It's a dry evening, but on the floor it's kind of moss from like a couple of nights of rain. But this is a dry day right now. You notice that the sky is in a nice twilight zone right here, and you see the nightmare stables in front of you. You see that the symbol of this tavern is a horse with a flaming mane and a flaming tail as it's just lifting up into the air. And the doors themselves, the entry, it seems quite welcoming. You know, you've been traveling for a while, yeah. What do you want to do? Other players, you can turn your cameras back on. Thank you. Thank you very much.
So they're getting pushed out of the vehicle. I kind of stumble when I hit the mossy floor and take a little look around and examine it. And then I see the symbol of the flaming horse on the door. And although I am a little bit of a klutz, so I consciously approach the door, trying my best not to slip on this slippery, wet moss, and try to enter the Nightmare Stables.
Yeah, the doors open. You have a little bit of a stumble, but actually you're I don't know if you're walking bare claw, if you would. Bare claw. But you might be able to like dig them in a little bit. So you actually find it kind of okay to walk across. But you enter the tavern, and as you enter, you are greeted with just a complete clusterfuck of noise. Honestly, there's people cheering, there's people dancing and singing, and lots of drinking. Make a perception check for me, Hydro. Perception check. So it's going to be roll a d20. I don't know if you're proficient with it, but
I am. I have a +4, so I rolled a 6, and I have a +4, so I rolled a 10.
Okay, 10. That's not bad. That's average. First roll of the night, and it's average. Let's go, baby. So yeah, as you enter this pub, you see an array of different species. There are humans and elves and dwarves dancing and singing, and some playing poker, you assume. But there's also minotaurs. There are certain orcs, and actually you notice that behind the bar is an orc themselves. You see this brutish orc kind of just stomping around, but ever so delicately, like using his pinky finger, just cleaning out the glasses and all that kind of stuff. You have a quick look around, and after a few seconds of taking it in, you have a breath, and you turn and see two strange looking folks around a table chatting about whatever they have planned. But what do you do first? Do you go to the bar, or would you be going to them?
Oh, we're going straight to the bar first.
Cool. Okay, so before that happens, as you enter and you start making your way to the bar, describe to me what their characters see. Describe your character for them.
Describe your character.
Yes, please.
I'm a pretty big, so my race is I can never say it properly.
Aarakocra.
I
believe.
It's not my first language. So I'm Aarakocra. I stand pretty tall, around like 6'2", 6'3". Pretty slender build. My feathers are black with streaks of purple in it. I also always carry around one of my religious books, as well as a longsword, which I usually walk around with like one hand on it, like on the hilt, just walking it. Cool. And walking towards the bar. I just got off a trip where I slept most of it for, so I'm assuming it was a pretty long trip.
Absolutely.
And I was kind of really awakened from a pretty deep, mysterious sleep, so I'm a little bit out of it still.
Yeah.
And after getting out of the cart and getting from outside to inside, it's really loud, and I'm a little bit taken back. So I go up to the orc bartender, or the person working behind the bar, And
Hello, mate. How are you?
I'm pretty tired today. I'm wondering if I could have one of your finest ales to make sure I wake up.
Finest ales. I can do ale, and some people find it fine.
I'll take it.
All right. Hang on a second. And he sort of like just quickly looks at you for a sec, and then looks at the other two at the table, and he goes, "Oh, actually," he pours it for you, pass it over. This one's already paid for. He was a weird fella. He just said to call him a colourful fellow, a colourful guy, someone, I don't know, who came in saying to expect yourself and people who look like those two, apparently, but he said, give him this off me, and either way, it's yours, and also, sorry, he said, once you've done acquainting yourselves, to meet at the, south of Daggerford, so south of here. So here's your drink. And I don't know if you do what you want, but some people will go talk to him if you want to. But either way, pleasure to meet you.
You can call me Ka.
Steve. Nice to meet you. And he's
but
like,
I give kind of like a slight like salute thing. I'm a little bit awkward from this situation.
Yeah.
So he goes for a handshake, and I kind of go like this. And then I kind of just like, kind of like a little off-putty, take the drink from him, but I look at the drink and take like a giant swig and slam it on the table.
Nice.
And then head over to the two oddballs.
The oddballs. Ooh. As you are making your way to the oddballs, you two roll me a d20 real quick. Just a d20, nothing else.
I got a natural 20.
Hey!
Yeah, let's go.
I got 18.
18. Man, that was close though.
That's pretty good.
I rolled a 6.
What? Wait, I'll roll too, huh? All right. Don't worry about me. So, Soph, could you please describe your character?
My character. So what your characters see is what you could very easily describe at first glance as a very sick elf. His skin is very jaundicey. He's just, the tips of his nose and the tips of his pointed ears are blackened, and the tips of his fingers and fingernails are also very slightly blackened. And on closer inspection, many people are off-put by his incredibly emerald green eyes that, when questioned, he would just say he has what he calls frog eye disease. And apart from that, he wears all black and is currently hunched over in the corner, 2 empty drinks to his side and a book in hand that he is just avidly writing away in.
Amazing. Goss, could you please describe your character?
So I am a like 5'5" changeling. I've got
Let's go, short people.
white gray hair.
Let's go.
That's got like frizz from the salt water being on the ocean. There's probably a couple pieces of seaweed on their jacket somewhere. They've got red accents throughout their outfits. Otherwise, it's all black. Very goth looking. Their voice and their cadence sounds very lively, but you notice that their eyes never really change from like a continuous stare.
Ooh, that's interesting. All right, so as I'm going to say that Core said the name loud enough, but as this feathered figure walks over to you, who starts the conversation first? Oh, actually, Core, what does Core hear you two as they approach? I believe you had a plan of what you two were going to be talking about as they approach.
Oh, do you want me to start?
Absolutely, you go.
So the changeling looks at the elf, sort of kind of like already had maybe a few drinks, and is just like, so listen, I need you to explain this to me. This tiny little vial of
Yeah.
red liquid can take down an entire dragon?
Not just that vial on its own. I think maybe about 20 of them. I haven't exactly tested it yet. I've only tested it on a Weasel. I haven't been able to test it on anything larger than that. I haven't been able to get my hands on anything.
You know, if you mixed it with some rum, I feel like that would actually be pretty good.
I've done that before. I've added it to whiskey to some of my old co-workers back at the library.
That's
So
potent.
far, they've only passed out for what I have counted as to be 45 minutes. Their heart stopped maybe 3 times on 2 patients, but apart from that, I don't think it would probably kill a dragon. I think it would take a lot more than that. I need to get a hand of devil's herb.
That's cool. That's cool.
And he's just like going back, constantly lifting his head and writing away in the book.
So I approach and I hear this conversation about this potion that could supposedly take down a dragon. But I saw my comrade take a sip of it. And so I walk up. I've had a very long day. And I look at them. I said, "You said kill a dragon." And I pick it up and take a swig and put it down and go, "Yeah."
Interesting. And he makes
It's
a
very
note.
sweet, isn't it?
Very sweet. Like I could hit a hint of strawberry, I think.
It tastes so weirdly, specifically like cranberry juice and straight vodka.
Yeah.
Really? That's interesting. I wasn't expecting bloodroot to taste like that. That's every time I taste it, it's constantly acidic. Like somebody just spat in a pot of sour milk.
Next time I'll take double the size and maybe some ice. Next
I
time.
need to get a hand of more vials in order to do that. If you give me more time, maybe.
Amazing.
And then I pull up a chair and sit down with them.
Finally, Lynch just sits back and then looks at you, and then he turns to a different page in his book slightly, and you could probably roll a perception check to see if you can spy on what page he's looking at.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, roll a perception check. Why not?
Ooh, 22.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Let's go.
Snuck within the page is what looks like a playing card. And the playing card is of a wizened old man. And from what you can guess from the writing underneath, from its angle, it just says the word wizard. And Lynch just quickly glances at it, and then quickly turns the page back and goes back to writing, which is just a list of different herbs, all saying what they look like, what they can do to people, and how to administer it in a discreet fashion.
And I, after noticing that page, turn and say, always writing weird things on your book there, aren't you? Very
Yes,
descriptive things about me. Kind of weird.
about you. I haven't written anything about you. I've only just met you.
Well, from the thing I saw on your book, it's a little bit weird.
You expect that from somebody who's trying to write down nearly every single component in the world in order to make the greatest spells in the world.
Not
At
everyone
this
can
point-
Go ahead.
The changeling turns to look at Ka and is like, I asked them 4 hours ago how their day was, and they've just been going and going, and I
thought-
love it.
I thought my explanation of my day started in a bush was enough to tell you that my day was going average at best.
I've had plenty of days starting in the bush, and they ended up being fantastic days.
But I'm very happy for you.
Question to Goss. And because Goss, have you introduced your character's name at all? I don't think you have,
I
right?
don't think so.
Okay. So Lynn, I'm sure you might have said your name, but just making sure. So Goss, question for yourself. And actually, just go to Lynn actually at the same time. Did you both show your cards to each other? Or is Lynn just flipped and that was it? Just so I know.
I don't know your card.
So the card that you received, the one that you woke up to, if you can remember.
I know what my card is, yeah.
Good. Okay. As long as you, I was just establishing if you would have seen the card. So let's say this. Your character as Lint was flicking, would have also seen a card. And Call, for yourself, both of you at the same time when that card is revealed, the wizard card, both of you have that little moment of recognition of, huh. And you might have, depending on where you stored it, your hands or claw might go towards wherever you stored that moment.
Yep. So I reach into, I guess, my satchel. And I pull out mine and I show it to the book writer. And I have something similar.
Lint takes it and just like looks really close at it and kind of like turns it all over and then holds it up to the light to see if anything changes. And then he puts it back in front of you and then turns to the page where his playing card is and sets it neatly to its side. Curious.
What does your card look like, Cor?
Mine is the priest.
Okay. Very nice. And do me a favor, introduce your characters real quick, what your names are and all that kind of thing to each other, so then I can use your actual names.
I go up and say, hi, my name is Baka. And I see that we have kind of the similar, not the same cards, but we each have a card that represents something here.
Yes, it seems to be the same pack. Oh, I am sorry. Lint Keptuk. And I hold my hand out. Sort of handshake.
I once again see the handshake and...
You'll know. Fine.
Watching between these two back and forth as they introduce each other. Glass in hands, like, I'm Rain. I got a card. And now I'm here.
You also have a card?
Yes, I do have a card. I pull it out of like a series of belts I have on my waist and I hold up. It's a card with a woman on it. And on a mission that she's got a long sword and armor.
The name?
The Avenger card.
Did any of you, by any chance, and as he's saying this, he turns to the page where the card was, where it's got like a little tick list next to it. Did you, by any chance, have a dream of sorts?
A weird one. Why?
Did this dream lead in waking up to find a playing card upon your person?
It's not the weirdest thing I've woken up to.
This is true.
But yes.
Understandable. He takes off everything as he's going down. And then he kind of closes the book and goes, so what did your dreams say?
I look and I'm like a little bit shady about the situation, but after seeing that we each have a card and got it in the same way, I open up a little bit more. I was told to seek the Avenger and the Wizard.
Interesting.
And then I look over at the card and like it seems that it's you two. Funny how it has to be the weirdest looking people in this room, the people that I have to find.
There are a lot of weird people in this place, by the way. There's like a collection of...
I guess because a bit of like, he comes off in a kind of like a mean manner. He's like a little teddy bear at heart, but he just kind of keeps all his like cards, pun intended, to himself.
Rain kind of looks up and is like, the weirdest two people in the bar. You've got feathers, my friend.
And some of the finest feathers in the land, if I do say so myself. You can have a touch if you want.
Sort of
I
like
hold out my arm like this in front of their face.
gently reaches over and strokes the feathers and is like, damn it. Can I have one for a feather pen?
And I quickly pull my arm back. It's like, huh, you wish.
You would notice, Rain, as you stroked the feathers, there was a trail of very, very faint starlight just follows your fingertips.
Oh, that's cool.
Lint's been
I
taking
turn to
notes.
Lint and I ask, what did your dream say? Because you're asking all the questions here.
My dream asked me to seek the Avenger and the Priest, telling me to seek someone of a shifting face and one of feathered wings.
I pull up my arm like, that's probably me.
Yeah, he looks back and forth between the two of you and just goes, I think I found the correct people.
I have been told I'm very shifty. I have a very shifty face.
It's about this time when the orc sort of stomps over, just doof, 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 and he sort of moves some chairs out of the way, not with his hands, but just with his hip. Just sorry. Hello, you three. Here, and he like doosh, drops some more drinks for you, and goes, he's paid up till then. So basically, once you finish these drinks, yeah, that was very expensive, but he paid for it. It's good business for either way. But once you finish those drinks, he did say that he is going to be waiting, but he wants you to be there as soon as you can. So once you finish drinks, go, I guess. Adventurers like you need that little bit of a push sometimes, you know. Sometimes people get into these conversations. I'm doing it myself, aren't I? I'm getting into these conversations. Just finish drinks, and then when you're done, be on your way. Okay? Okay. Thank you. Sorry. And then he just goes back to cleaning with his little pinky in the corner.
Whoever this person is clearly wants us to be intoxicated when we meet him. Not that I mind, I don't
Done.
have money to pay.
And I say cheers to that as I grab my glass and I just slam the cup down and get up. As I get up, I kind of fall over a little bit and then I compose myself.
Very nice.
And I look, I'm like, I'm ready when you guys are.
Okay, hang on 1 second. I just need to finish this paragraph. And he just quickly scribbles. At this point, Lynn's writing just looks like literally crow's feet scratchings on it. Like a doctor's handwriting.
Amazing.
And then he just slams the book shut and then just kind of tucks it under his arm and says, "Okay, I'm ready."
Well, I traveled all this way here, so might as well go for it.
As you pick yourselves up and make your way out of the Nightmare's stable, you head through Daggerford for around about 15 minutes just to make your way south. And as you work your way through the streets, the night approaches. The twilight that was in the air has now turned into a beautiful, just dark purple and blue. The stars are starting to shine. It is a beautiful, clear night sky above. And you keep walking for a while. You make your way out of Daggerford and you find... Not that you find... Let's do this. All three of you roll a perception check, actually. Pretty please. And thank you. Y'all are doing good, by the way. Good job. Very nice RP so far.
Rolled a 10.
I rolled a 14.
14,
I rolled
10.
a 5.
Damn. Wait, so yours
Lint, I'll say that Lint is busy scanning the paths at the side to look at any recognizable poisonous herbs.
Fair.
And every time he sees one, he immediately goes over and just takes a sprig of it and just shoves it in a strange pocket in his jacket.
That's fair. That's fair. So as you two were kind of distracted, I'd say Rain, what would be distracting you right now?
What would be distracting me?
Yeah.
Rain is walking alongside everybody, and then out of nowhere they look very quickly at the ground, and they kind of scatter through a bunch of leaves and grass, and they're like, "Aha! A rock, a shiny rock."
Oh my god.
So many pretty colors.
So good. So good. So as you pick that rock up, Bakar, or Kor, you are the first to notice, because these two are very distracted and self-indulgent. You notice that in the distance, there's a slight campfire just in the distance. And you notice around this campfire, there are caravans, barrel-topped caravans, and there are 6 of them, kind of all circling around the campfire, and there's shadowy figures wandering around. Some of them you see are being jovial. You know, you can see some of them are dancing around, and you hear a gentle bit of music playing in the distance as well. From your point of view, it feels maybe a bit welcoming. It's up to you how you describe that, obviously, how you intend to think about these kind of things. But right now, it doesn't seem a threat. So, do you continue to approach?
Yeah, I so I see this and I turn and I look around. I'm like, Rain, put that shiny rock down, and Lynn, stop writing a note for like 2 seconds. You guys see what I'm seeing up ahead over there? Near that source of light, you see the fire and all the caravans surrounding it.
Yes, I do see it.
I don't
What
know
exactly
how
are we going
you
to do
missed
about
it in the
it?
first place. It looks like we can approach it. I don't know. What do you guys think?
I think it couldn't hurt.
I say approach with caution. But yes, approach indeed.
You make your way towards this campsite. And the first thing that happens is you hear in the distance, "Oh, they're here, they're here. Oh, they're here. Oh, they're here. Go get him. And then 2 younger looking humans approach you both. One girl and one boy, or presenting at least. And they come up to you. Who's at the front? Real quick. Are you walking in tandem like together? Are you in a line? What's your layout right now? Who's at the front? Who's taking charge of this walk?
I would say Rain would probably be a little bit behind both of them because she likes to keep an eye on everybody who's ahead of her.
Okay, cool. Yep.
Lint doesn't really lead, so
Okay.
and Ka is a bit of a showman. He's in the front.
Yeah. So these 2 children, teenagers, children, you're not too sure, come up to you and go, Hi, you're finally here. That's amazing. It's really nice to meet you. Come, please. He can't wait to meet you.
I like speak to myself. I'm like, ugh, I hate children.
We heard that. Come on, let's go. And we sort of like skip ahead a little bit towards the campsite. And the closer you get to the campsite, the more vibrant it becomes. You see that these people, all of them human, but they are dressed in the most beautiful colors you can see. It's an array of expression with these folk around here. You see them dancing and singing and drinking, and you notice that there's one who's sort of sat down on a sliced in half log in front of a campfire, and as he sees you, he points to you and goes, oh, come. Yes, come, please.
No, we approach.
Yes. Hello, everyone. Hello. I am Stanimir. It's lovely to meet you all. And you see that this gentleman is old. You know, it looks like in his late 60s, early 70s, but he's feeling 30 kind of thing. He has a red waistcoat, what has slight blue tinges to it, and it sort of shifts in colors a tiny bit, and long sleeve and kind of flared at the bottom of the wrists. This gentleman looks at you and goes, come, it's lovely to meet you all. Please come sit around and share a drink with you. And he like gestures to this, and you notice that the log that he sat at, there's an opposite log that is completely empty, almost intending that it's for you to sit down. We, Vistani, we love stories, and we've heard many things about you, and we are here to welcome you in. So please take a seat and tell us, each of you, if you want to, obviously, a story that would make a man cry or laugh. We, Vistani, love stories. We don't do much trade. We like people and listening to what they have to say. So, and he sort of gets a bottle of wine, and he uncorks it, so, and he passes you all one each. And he goes, no, sit. I'd love to hear you all. I've been waiting for you for quite some time, and we'd like to hear from you. And he just sort of sits there, and his posture's kind of upright in this nice, engaging way. He wants to listen to you all. He wants to hear those stories, what you have to tell. So the question for you players is, if you have one this is an invite for you to tell a story. If you haven't got one prepared or anything like that, totally cool. But this is a chance for any of you to tell a little story for the Vistani. And as you collect yourselves and collect your thinking, you notice that a few more of the people surrounding, they still play, but the tonality is like slowed down a little bit to sort of accompany your storytelling. You see that there's some children who are sort of sneaking around a little bit, sneaking around Stanimir, as they are just like looking at you with really wide eyes. Like it's very weird because it feels like they recognize you. You've never seen these people before in your entire lives, but for some reason they are acting like you're special. So, my players, who wants to go first? Or have you all got a story to tell? Just so I know. If you have not, don't worry. Who's got a story to tell?
I do not.
You do not?
Story.
How dare you? That's fine. Actually kind of works out for your character technically, so that's totally fine.
Well, that's how I was going to play that off.
There you go. I like it. Yeah, smart. How about Rain and Lint? Have either of you two got a story to tell?
Lint, do you have one?
Not at the moment.
That's fine. Don't worry.
That's okay. I have a bit of a funny one.
Is that what you say around the campfire? I've got a bit of a funny one.
Yeah.
And
right.
You see Stanimir go, oh, fantastic. Everyone, gather around, everyone. Time for a story. And not one of my stories that you always hear. So it's going to be nice to hear someone else speak for a change. Anyway, my friend, Rain, right? You're Rain? Wonderful. Yes. So please take your time and enjoy the wine and whatever you want to do. Please give us a show.
So Rain kind of sits down, takes a look at everybody, looks at all the children for a minute, and then looks at the man before them. Goes, I'm going to tell you the story of how I accidentally became a pirate.
Oh, pirate. I love pirates. Very cool.
Now, this all starts. I was a lanky, thieving little kid, and I heard that a ship had rolled in to the Moonshay Isles that had a ton of treasure. I couldn't help myself. So I decided I would try and rob the ship. So I went to the tavern nearby the ship, and I made sure I took a good look at all of the crew members, and I found one crew member in particular that I could mimic very easily. So I shapeshifted to the crew member, waited till everybody was plenty drunk, and they're pirates, so it took a while. I went on to the ship, and I crept as quietly as I could to the underbelly of the ship. I lit a match to try and find the little bit of treasure in the back of the room. And Rain leans in really close and whispers, and it's like, and then before I could even take one step into the underbelly of the ship, I felt a hand grasp my shoulder. I whipped around, and there was the Captain Gerard of the Siren's Bane ship. Known for being some of the most brutal pirates in the 8 seas. So, he did not realize that I, at the moment, was not his first mate. So he sat down, he started to ask me some questions, and before I knew it, I was lying really well into the role, and I got so into it that I did not realize that everybody had loaded back onto the ship, and we had cast off. So I had to play pirate for a little bit, and obviously, as you can imagine, the illusion wore off over time, but by then I had proven useful enough to keep around where they didn't immediately kill me. That is how I became pirate by accident.
And you hear the kids sort of just enraptured by this moment, and they're sort of going, I want to be a pirate. I would love to be a pirate, and we're going to try and do that shapeshift. That's amazing. And Stanimir sort of just gives you a round of applause a little bit, and he's like, oh, that's very good. Very unique, actually. That's very interesting, and it's so nice that you are in this group of a trio, at least, to be able to step up to the plate. Many people have they sometimes have to hide back, and they're a bit shy, and it's understandable, you know. It's one of those things. But anyway, and you see that Stanimir grabs a bottle of wine that he has next to him, and he drinks it back, just fills his mouth up, and then he sprays the campfire with this wine, and you see that this fire sort of almost explodes in a controlled way. It almost reaches your faces as it coalesces into different colors of purples, oranges, greens, and blues, as he sort of listens to all of you breathe. And he goes, my turn. You see him stand up, and his arms sort of move in a kind of puppetry way. You know, he's controlling these flames. As the flames dance and sway, you see in the center a dark shape appear. We come from an ancient land whose name is long forgotten. A land of kings. Our enemies forced us from our homes, and now we wander the lost roads. The dark shape in the fire takes the form of a man being knocked from his horse, a spear piercing his side. One night, a wounded soldier staggered into our camp and collapsed. We nursed his terrible injury and quenched his thirst with wine. He survived. When we asked him who he was, he wouldn't say. All he wanted was to return home. But we were deep in the land of his enemies. We took him in as one of our own and followed him back toward his homeland. His enemies hunted him. They said that he was a prince. Yet we didn't give him up, even when their assassins fell upon us like wolves. You stare deep into the bonfire as you see this dark figure standing with a sword drawn, fighting off shadowy shapes. This man of royal blood fought to protect us as we protected him. We bore him safely to his home, and he thanked us. He said, I owe you my life. Stay as long as you wish. Leave when you choose, and know that you will always be safe here. The figure in the dancing fire vanquishes its final foe and then disperses in a cloud of smoke and embers. Sanimir's face softens and lowers as the light from the fire becomes ember and it almost cascades down his face. A curse has befallen our noble prince, turning him into a tyrant. We alone have the power to leave his domain. We've traveled far and wide to find heroes such as yourselves, to end our dread lord's curse and put his troubled soul to rest. Our leader, Madam Eva, knows all. Will you return to Barovia with us and speak with her? And he just looks at all three of you for a response. My voice hurts.
Flint is just writing everything down so he can say anything.
I'll literally send you a word for word. I'll send you a screenshot of the entire script.
Rain kind of squints at the guy, looks at him for a second, and is like, what makes you think we're qualified to break a curse?
Well, it's Madam Eva who finds the ones that we need to look out for. She knows far more than anyone I know. That's all I know. Madam Eva has answers. She's better at explaining than me.
I take a swig from the wine that he gave us.
It's very good wine. It's very good wine.
Very good wine.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I'm sipping away. And I turn to him and I say, I didn't travel all this way for me not to find out what's happening.
Wonderful, wonderful. So, it's up to you three. You are our guests in the end. You can stay for the night, and then we pick up in the morning, or we go right now. What would you like to do? As he stands up and sort of, you see he moves his hands a little bit and whispers as the embers sort of dimmer down and then fade.
How eager are you two to find answers?
I'm going to be honest, I've been traveling for a while. I don't mind having a little rest before we leave.
That's totally fine. Of course, yes, please. Enjoy the festivities, enjoy the wine and cheese and meat and everything like that, and we'll get up in the morning and go straight away. And just for Naomi's character's sake, we're going to fast forward a little bit. You spend the night doing what you will. We can retro it, whatever you want to do afterwards, but right now, we pick it up in the morning where you are in one of the barrel top caravans, traveling south, working your way down the road towards the misty woods. And during this travel time, for those who are local, you notice that out of the small windows of these caravans, you see the said mist of these woods, and it gets thicker. And it keeps going for hours and hours. As time goes by, something happens where there's a moment. Some of you might recognize it a bit sooner than others, but you notice that this journey has been going on for so long, and maybe Lint, because of your intelligence, you would have worked out where you might have been, but it makes no sense. You notice that you are in a different place. Doesn't feel like home. It feels separate. After a day of travel, you find yourself going through some wooded areas. Thick wooded areas, as the fog is still there, but you see the silhouettes of trees, and these trees are sort of arcing over and almost looking at you as you travel by. And you have a lot of caravans around, so you're hearing the clattering of horseshoes going through, but for some reason your ears sort of ignore those footsteps and just focus on these trees. A couple more hours go by and the fog doesn't go. It sort of moves away. It expands, so your vision becomes a bit clearer. And let me do something real quick. Chat and everyone here. You lot could look at Roll20 if you want to. If you're able to. If not, don't worry. I know, Soph, it might blow up your computer, so we'll be aware.
Seems to be holding on.
Okay, hold on for dear life. You find yourself in a open area where these trees that were kind of intimidating you are on the sides now, still being a kind of a curtain of vision. And you are presented with these huge iron gates with gigantic statues, both of their heads cut off. And then you hear a bit of talking in the distance. You definitely hear Vistani's voice. You can't tell what he's saying, but you just hear the tonality. As silence sort of hits you all, and you hear a as the caravan door opens, and coming through the door, Naomi, hi, welcome to the campaign. Could you describe your character, please?
Sure. So when the door opens, you see a small figure with these large antler-like horns coming out of her head. She has this sickly green skin and these large pale yellow glowing eyes. The first thing that you would notice when the door opens is the smell of swamp and earth and decay that wafts from her. She has moss covers her, as does leaves and all sorts of bits of decay and nature that has stuck to her hair, which is matted. She has a staff in one hand and this large smile on her face. And she looks at all of you and she goes, "You're a bird!" She points at you. "But you're far too big. You're like the ravens that perch on the dead branches. But you're too big to perch. Oh, poor raven. One day you'll fall, and then something will eat you. Can I come in?"
I roll my eyes and say, "Come in."
She comes in and she sits down and she looks at the other two and she goes, "I love your hair. It's the color of moss. Does it taste like moss too? Can I touch it?"
Sure.
She starts touching her hair. "It's so soft."
Oh, really? That's surprising, considering I've been sleeping in a bush for the past 7 months.
I sleep in bushes too.
Ah, nice to meet the bush friend.
And your hair is so long. I'm jealous. I wish my hair was long. Can I braid it?
Yeah, sure. He's just kind of crammed himself in the corner, still clutching his book, because he gets travel sick. So
she sits down right next to you, shoulder to shoulder, and starts braiding your hair.
This is not what I was expecting for this journey.
Where are we going?
I don't know. I was hoping somebody would have more of an idea than me.
And who are you? And she looks at you, Rain.
I'm Rain. I'm a pirate.
What's a pirate?
You don't know what a pirate is?
I've never met one.
Oh, well, today's your lucky day then.
It is my lucky day.
What's your name?
I call myself Davy. And what do I call you?
Rain.
Rain, like the thing that comes from the sky.
Yeah.
It makes the plants grow, but it's cold sometimes.
You hear a as the caravans start to move on.
Lip is shaking. Oh, God.
As the caravans work their way towards the giant iron gates, takes a little bit of time for them to slowly open. And it's an intimidating noise when you hear these iron gates open. It almost grinds your own like teeth. It's that noise what really gets to you, as it does like for a long time. And as the caravan, you feel it sort of turn so it's parallel to the gates. And the door opens and goes, "My friends, this is as far as Madame Eva would let us take you. Unfortunately, Madame Eva banished us from Barovia, and our way of repaying this debt is to bring adventurers and heroes like you. So, not on your own, but you're kind of on your own now. But, please, be on your way. Stay safe, and we'll see you soon."
Thank you, stranger.
"Thank you." Yes. You see him like sort of move away. And it's like a bit of a flourish, so he sort of whips his waistcoat around and it just a bit of prestidigitation flashes in the air as he goes into the front caravan. As they turn around and you see behind you, after a few minutes, because it's quite a few caravans doing this turn, you see them sort of just disappear into the mists. You work your way through these iron gates, and as you work your way through, the gates behind you slam shut. You look up and behind you, and this is an enormous wall. Enormous. In fact, it actually goes up into the mists above, so you don't technically see the top. All you see ahead of you is a road. At a very far distance, you see what only can be described as lights, maybe? Something. The air is cold and thick around you. The floor underneath you is moist. And the shadows are creeping. I'm going to assume you move forward. Is there anything you want to say on this journey, just to the location what we're about to go to?
I think Rain would probably look at everybody and be like, does anybody else feel like this might be a bit of a trap, or that this is strange?
Oh, absolutely. I think
Absolutely.
That'd be fun.
I think
I
the
thought it
very
was
high
the
walls.
moment I got that card. The moment.
I think the very high walls means once we go all the way through here, there is no leaving.
You guys saw those gates, right? They those closed behind us. How do we get back out of here?
I don't think we're getting out of here.
Why would you want to get out of here? There is no out.
I've got a date in a few days. Like, I need to be able to get back out of here.
You
I can tell
can't
that
leave.
someone next to me has no sense of preservation looking at Davi.
A sense of what?
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
I feel like Rain would probably look at Ka and then look at Davi and then somewhere in their mind be like, I must protect this thing because it's not going to protect itself.
Lint is just looking in all directions and then just looking up at the walls. It's like, yeah, I have no idea why we were sent here. Going south of Daggerford is as far as information as I was given. I didn't even know we were supposed to be entering here.
What's Daggerford? It's a funny sounding name.
It's a small village. It's where the three of us met because apparently we shared a dream. But you, I find very interesting because you are also here. But
I dream too.
Oh, really? Did you have?
I have all sorts of fun dreams.
Did you have any dreams lately in which you woke up and found a card on you, by any chance?
Oh, you see she rifles through her things and pulls out a crumpled up card and she sort of unfurls it. She says, you mean this? I kept it because the lady on it is so pretty. Look at her hair. She holds up a card that reads the Conjurer.
Very interesting. I just kind of hold it to the others and just say, did you two dream of anything involving this?
I had a creepy lady in a veil talk to me, and I woke up and I had the card.
Sounds about right.
Same. Very interesting. So it seems we're all brought here by some kind of fate.
Unfortunately.
Oh boy.
Can we go see the lights?
I don't
Across
personally
stares out into the distance, just being like, I wish I had more of that wine.
You continue forward together as a unit. As you find yourself, the closer you get to the lights, the more the fog around you, the mist around you, starts to kind of approach you. It's very subtle to start with. You don't recognize it while you're looking forward, but then it's all of a sudden just there, right? It's not, I'd say like 30 feet away, if you would. And the fog itself feels oppressive. It feels like it's almost against you and your very being. You continue forward as this sort of not walks with you. Let's just say it moves with you. And the lights in the distance, Core, you, and actually Davey, I should know this because my name's David. Davey, your passive perceptions are pretty good because you're wisdom based. You're the first to notice that these lights, there's two, and they don't appear to be lights anymore. They appear to be shapes, and the closer you get, they start to form into two small figures. It's almost like they were presented behind the mist and then it was given to you.
Oh, look! I think we're about to meet more friends. We're enemies? What's the difference again?
You see the smaller one curling into a ball, crying to themselves. And the larger one, the taller one, you see them comforting this smaller one. You hear the smaller one going, I don't know where they are. I'm scared, sister. I'm scared. The sister goes, it's okay. It's fine. Don't worry. I'm sure it'll be fine. We need to be safe here, okay? It'll be fine, Thorn. Okay? It'll be fine. Rose will look after you. It's fine. And as you slowly approach, the one who you assume is Rose looks at you, and you see this young girl with black hair sort of brushed to the side. It was neat before. They are dressed in quite fine clothes, but you see just panic. Not in Rose. For those who actually have good passive insight, you might notice that Rose is panicking, but trying to remain calm for her brother. She's trying to be the one who's calming him down, and she looks at you four and goes, "Oh, I'm so sorry to disturb you four. Could you please help us? Could you please help us?"
I kneel down on one knee to get like kind of under level.
Thank you.
What's happening? What's going on?
There's a monster. There's a monster in our home, and you see that she sort of points towards this beautiful looking manor. These gorgeous iron gates, what are open, as she goes, "There's a monster down there, and our parents have gone down, but they left our little brother. They left our brother in the attic, and I need to make sure that my brother's safe down here. Could you please help?"
What do we want to do, guys?
want to take initiative here. Everything is very spooky.
We could take a look. It might be fun.
I don't disagree with that.
Something I don't disagree with.
There might be something cool in there to snatch.
Yes. Let's go.
Thank you. We'll be here. I need to make sure Fawn is okay. Are you okay, brother? And he's just like, I miss them. I miss Mummy and Daddy. And he's just curling up and crying. And Rose turns to you all and goes, thank you. Please get our mum and dad and brother back. We really appreciate it.
Can Rain look at Rose and do a perception check to be like, did you see the monster?
Do you want to do a perception check, or is it an insight check to see if what are you trying to get from this? Just so I know, just so I can tell you which one to roll properly.
I'm trying to see if they're pulling something, like they're bullshitting us. They're trying to trick us into going to the house.
So this is insight. So what you're going to be doing is rolling d20. You add your wisdom modifier. And if you are proficient with insight, you will add a +2 to that as well.
For guidance, are we doing action or reaction rolls?
Ooh, what do you want to do for now? And then we'll discuss it afterwards, because I don't know. I don't know yet.
I'll just give it to you as an action.
Cool.
Okay, so the D20, I have a +1 for wisdom.
Mm-hmm. And check.
11, so that'd be 12.
Plus, I rolled a 2 and a D4, so it's 14.
Okay. So 14, you notice that this Rose is distraught. And as I said earlier regarding Core and Davies' passive insight, you can see that she's just trying to hold her own for her brother's sake. She's trying to be the strong one out of the two. You can see that now you're here. She's softened up a little bit, but seems genuine.
Okay.
So, you four. Who is the first to approach the house? Which is definitely not called Death House.
I'd say Rain would probably walk up because they would want like first dibs on whatever they might find in there.
You are exactly the kind of player I need in this campaign. The pull
Davey
the trigger
would be
one.
skipping right along.
Beautiful. Okay. As you approach this manor, it is large. You can see that there are very, very upper class people who live here. I don't know what you lot were like regarding wealth and stuff. I don't know if you guys grew up wealthy or not, but this is a substantially sized house. You walk through the iron gates and approach this wooden door, double doors. And I'm saying, Rain, you're going to go to the door first. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do you open the door? I got to say that. I can't be assuming things, you know?
Is there any windows?
There are windows. You notice that the windows are dark, like almost blacked out.
So Rain wouldn't be able to try and like peek in the windows to see.
You can certainly try. So
That sounds like a threat.
Thanks, Matthew Mercer. You approach these windows and you look through, and it's almost like completely blacked out.
I'm not able to get much information out of this, guys, but I can open the door first.
Are the windows locked?
You would try them. They seem...
With thaumaturgy.
Oh, thaumaturgy. They are locked, yeah. What does your thaumaturgy look like, though, before... So how do you cast it? What's it look like?
Davy will... It's just a cantrip, so she'll just move her staff, and there's this gust of wind that comes out of nowhere and tries to open the windows.
Amazing.
And just slams against them, rattling them.
Yeah, the windows almost like just go, ooh, and that's it. There's nothing there.
Well, that didn't work. I'll try the door.
But I liked your spunk, though.
Thank you.
So
Rain would walk up and approach the door.
All right. You approach the door. You open it. And it just... opens up into another door in front of you. The area what's in front of you right now is just kind of cement, if you would. And there's another set of double doors right there.
The door leads to another door.
Okay, well, I opened the first one, so not it for the next one.
I'm gonna try thaumaturgy on that door.
That one opens. And
Did you say that it's dark in here?
I was about to say that, yeah. So as it was dark in that area, but the new area, what has opened up, it opens up and there's like this wave of just kind of dust as the doors magically open with Davy's waft of... sorry, Davy's pronouns are they, them?
She, they.
She, they. So as she wafts her staff as it opens up. And it's very dark inside. Very dark.
Okay, I look around and says, guys, your eyes might get a little bit bright here, and I cast Eyes of Night, which gives dark vision to everyone within a 300 feet.
So cool. So cool. That's so nice because now I don't have to worry about lighting this map up properly. I can just go, here you go. Beautiful. You enter, and as you all enter into the next room, you hear the doors shut. When those doors shut, it's like there was pressure, and it's just that weird, and the air around you is heavy. And let's go on a break. Yo, RP, yo, good job. Woo, great job. First off, apologies for the closed captions. For some reason, it's doubling it up for some reason. I don't know why. Either way, we'll figure it out next time or something because I got a lot to think about here. But we're going to be back in like 5 minutes or so where we have a toilet break and all that kind of thing. Gives me a chance to get things set up as well. But yeah, we're in. We started. We're in. Definitely not Death House. It's just a normal house, nothing to worry about, and we're fine. So, yeah, we'll be back in 5 minutes. Just make sure if you haven't done so already, please use the command Pally so you can tip our artists. They deserve it. They've worked really hard for this, and it'd be really cool if you could do that. But yeah, 5 minutes, everyone. See you all soon. Bye-bye. Goodbye. Goodbye. everyone can say hello.
Hello.
Everyone just
Sorry,
waves
okay.
instead. It's like, okay, all right.
Hello.
The energy of a wave
Hi.
is hype. Welcome back to the Curse of Strahd. We are just entering Death House with our... I don't know what to call you yet. You haven't got a party name. Just the Mist Wanderers for now, I guess. But we have just approached Death House. Our gang have introduced themselves, got to know each other for a little bit, found that they had all received a card, a playing card, a tarot card, mysteriously from a cloaked lady. It gave them a little connection. They met in Daggerford. They spoke to a band of Vistani, and after a little bit of storytelling, they agreed to assist with a little challenge that Barovia has received over a certain amount of time. They made their way through into the mists, made their way into, well, up to the gates of Barovia, met a fungal character called Davy, and as they were about to enter the Iron Gates, the Vistani left and let them know that they actually were banned from this place, and they're just trying to make up for the debt they owe. They walked through the mists and came across a pair of children crying and asking them to help find their parents, find their brother, and maybe deal with the monster as well. They tentatively entered the door and find themselves in a kind of hallway, an entry foyer. And as they pass through the door into the grand foyer, you see hanging on the left-hand wall is a shield emblazoned with a coat of arms. The shield is flanked by framed portraits of stony-faced aristocrats. At the end of the foyer stand mahogany-framed double doors set with panes of stained glass. Thanks to Core, with a little bit of cleric business, everyone has access to dark vision. What was it, 300 feet? Is
300
that
feet.
Fuck me. For those who don't know how dark vision works, when it's in total darkness, you can see in dim light. You see dim light. Dim light in D&D still gives you disadvantage on perception checks. What you want is to create some kind of dim light, so then you, for people with dark vision, you can see just normally. Just so we know. People make that mistake quite a lot with dark vision. I'm not one of them. So if you want to deal with that, please do so. But yeah, you find this foyer, and as you heard the doors close, what would you like to do? Do you want to move forward? Do you want to look back and check out the door? What would you like to do? Yes.
Can I steal that shield?
Yeah. Of course you can.
I don't like the smile on your face when I ask that.
The ceiling.
I can certainly try.
You can certainly try. You make a strength check, and if anyone's going to assist, they can do it at advantage.
Guidance.
Guidance.
Assistance.
All right.
So it's the D20 dice?
Yeah, so you're going to be... I know your strength score. You're going to be rolling a d20 plus your
With
strength
advantage?
modifier. There will be actually something I'm going to add into this. To grant advantage to someone, you need to be proficient in the thing.
Oh, never
Because,
mind.
like, a barbarian who is -1 in intelligence can't really help with Arcana that much. So that's going to be the thing, and I really personally love that one. So make sure you check your skills.
I'll go to help Rain.
Yeah, that's fine. Oh yeah, yeah, you absolutely can. So Rain, what did you roll?
Okay.
Oh, let us know what you roll.
So 13, and then I have a -1 in athletics. That's strength, right?
Did you roll twice?
Yeah, you get to roll twice and pick the higher number.
Okay, roll twice.
And then you get to add a d4 too.
Okay, I'm conjuring the luck that my Discord is sending me.
Oh, that's so sweet. Davey, double check as well.
5.
No.
5?
I'll go with the 13 then.
Yeah, sure. David, just double check as well. With guidance, it might be a thing of they need to fail a check for it to
That's
trigger.
for the reaction version, not the action version.
Oh, okay. Are we doing both? Oh, you chose that one.
Oh,
Okay,
no,
got you
I
now.
chose
Got you.
action.
I'm with you now. Okay, yeah, that's a good one. You can spam it all day. So, 13, did you say?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, with the help, especially with Core. I'm going to say, like, Core is the one who does most of the heavy lifting at this point, just to say. I don't know if Core disguises it or not, but there's this...
I disguised it.
Okay, cool.
I disguised it.
As you pull and pull, it unhinges, it lifts and drops. Heavy? Right now, you feel it's heavy. You stash it on your back, or where are you going to put it? Where are you going to put it?
On my back.
All right. So, with that, you have a shield. Go into your character sheet, go to manage inventory, and then find a shield. Type shield, and you'll add it to your inventory. Just make sure you're not equipping it, because you're not proficient. So, the doors in front of you are still closed. So, what would you like to do? Who's going to open them?
Davey will open them
With
a gust of wind.
Of course. Yeah. So as that happens, it opens up. And again, the air enters this room, and the room itself starts to breathe around you. You walk in. You pass into a wide hall that seems to run the width of the house, with a black marble fireplace at one end and a sweeping red marble staircase at the other. Mounted on the wall above the fireplace is a long sword with an engraved hilt, and the wood-panelled walls bear ornate carvings of images of vines, flowers, nymphs, and satyrs. Let me just reveal that area. Go for it. I heard a...
Wow.
Yeah.
This is so pretty.
Yes.
Look at these drawings. Davey starts touching them.
Oh god. Lent's gonna go up to the sword and is not gonna touch it. He just wants to inspect it, so just like maybe just investigate, see like if there's anything like spellbound to it.
Are you all on PC right now? If you click on your characters, if you left click your token, you can use your arrows to move them around, I believe. Have fun. Just stay in the room. Please, if you're going to do anything else, let me know. So yeah, you... So, Lynn, sorry, what are you inspecting here, just so I know?
I just want to inspect the sword, see if there's anything like curse to it, anything like spell looked at. Well, like, has it got a gem in it? Has it got like any kind of coating on it that looks odd? Just like...
Sure.
He wants to see if it's poisoned sword.
Okay, immediately you notice that you die. No. You notice that the sword itself... For this, I'm not going to get you to roll. You're going to just go straight into it. Because it's just innate. You go up to it, you sense no magic from it at all. There's nothing arcane about it. It's just a standard presentory sword. Looks well made.
He doesn't trust it, but he wants to take it knowing that the other two will probably want it. So
absolutely,
he is going to use Mage Hand.
Yeah.
To just kind of like literally just like the finger and the thumb just pick it up. And then just kind of drop it to the ground.
Yeah, you daintily just pick it up and you drop it on the floor.
I just kind of place it like with like an inch from the floor, just kind of.
Absolutely, it lowers down nice and gentle. It's either going to stay on the floor, and you're welcome to pick it up. Keep it as a tripping hazard. It's definitely not going to come up later on. Whatever you want to do. Real quick.
Lynch just looks at us and just say, "So does you to take it? It looks a bit too heavy for me to lift it."
I look at my sword and look at the sword on the ground and be like, "That's nicer than my sword."
Ooh.
And I have a very big obsession with long swords. So I go kneel down in it and inspect it and kind of just like, I'm gonna take it.
Yeah, I like it.
Two swords is better than one,
they say.
As you pick this sword up and you stand back up, could everyone roll me a perception check real quick?
13?
13.
My first roll of the day is a natural 1, so 7.
Oh no.
Yeesh.
4.
16.
16, and what was cause? 13. So, as you pick up this sword, and you obviously, Link, you are making sure the sword is kind of far away from you right now.
Yeah.
And I think it's your suspicious mind that is kind of perceiving the surroundings. The carvings on the wall of the vines and flowers and nymphs and satyrs, you sort of just tilt your head and look at it a little bit closer. And you see that the vines are actually serpents. And there's skulls just woven into the design. Cor, you see the same thing.
It's an illusion, it seems.
You said that the vines turn into this, correct?
Yeah, so from just a standard point of view, it looks just very pretty and ornate, but upon closer inspection, you notice actually it's actually serpents and skulls instead.
I tell everyone, like, we should probably stay away from the walls because those are not what they're appearing to be. And I describe that it's like the snakes that you described to the group.
I feel like this is going to be informing us of how to deal with this house in general. From far away, things may look friendly, but up close, revealing more malevolent situations.
They look so pretty.
From a distance, yes. I'd say keep to the safe distance.
From a distance.
Observe.
Sometimes Dabby pretty is dangerous.
So I can't touch them?
Not this
No.
one, Dabby. Not this
Don't
one.
touch them.
And I put like one of my like hand claw
Mhm.
on like Dabby's shoulder just to kind of hold her back because you can see that she's
Tickles.
like trying to go, you know.
She is.
With that perception roll as well, and actually during this time when those two are looking at this wooden panel, who would notice this first? I'm going to say, Davey, as you're laughing, the laughing that comes out of your mouth, it's not yours, but you start to hear some kind of like chatter going off. Some mumbled just conversations and little clattering of something coming from right here. For those who see this as well, there's actually a few doors. One is here, one is here, and I believe one is here.
There's more people in the house. We should go say hi.
Well,
She's
now
gonna head
hang
over to
on.
the
They
door.
said that there was a monster in the house.
Oh, are monsters not people?
That's an entirely philosophical question that we don't have time to answer right now.
Okay.
Agreed.
But there's noises coming from over there. We should take a look, right? Maybe
Take
they're
a look.
friendly.
We'll take a look carefully. As we say, things from a distance may seem friendly, but up close could be bad.
Can we
Okay,
go
so
up to the
only
door and listen to see what the voices are saying?
Make a perception check. And move your
I'll join
character there.
I'll join you in that.
Yeah, both of you can make a perception check.
I'm still trying just to hold back Davey.
Right, listen, you gotta sit down right now and let's just have a discussion.
I have a 2.
Yeesh.
I have a 19.
19.
Yep.
Still muffled. 19. It seems jovial. You hear clattering of. It's like cutlery hitting plates. That's what you hear.
Could approach, but I would advise that any weapons you have on you, I would ready them.
Okay. Davy will cast Shillelagh on
Sick.
her staff, and you see that. So she has like a cloth that is over her arm, but as her fingers sort of like curl around her staff, these like mushrooms start to grow up her staff, and they like sprout in this like strange bioluminescent shape.
Amazing.
Okay, I'm ready.
Good. Lynx just reaches to the back of his trousers and just takes out a very small, shabby dagger.
Amazing.
Makai just like puts one hand on the hilt as if he's ready to swing it any moment.
Amazing. So, who's opening the door? Just so I know positionings and all that kind of thing, really.
I look over. I'm like, Davey, do you want to open the door?
Yes.
You seem very excited to do it.
Thaumaturgy.
As
I was
the
hoping for
that. As the door opens up, immediately you get the smell of gorgeous food. Nice, just slow cooked beef and roasted chicken just entices your noses as you see in front of you. And let's just say we all get in there, okay? Just to make things a bit easier for me as a DM. Let me reveal this room. So yeah, move yourselves into this area, pretty please, my lovely players. Thank you. All right. Let's see where we are. Excellent. So you enter into a wood-paneled dining room. The centerpiece is a carved mahogany table surrounded by 8 high-backed chairs with sculpted armrests and cushioned seats. A crystal chandelier hangs above the table, which is set with resplendent silverware and crystalware polished to a dazzling shine. Mounted above the fireplace is a mahogany-framed painting of an alpine vale. The wall panelled is carved with elegant images of deer among the trees. Red silk drapes covered the windows, and a tapestry hangs from an iron rod bolted to the south wall. You also notice that they are only... Oh, the first thing you notice is there's no one in the room. The second thing you notice is there are 4 plates, each of them accompanied by a chair that has been kind of, you can see, like, quickly moved. The plates have been half eaten, and the food ahead of you is just there. It looks fresh, it looks enticing. There's red wine on the table, there's some kind of liqueur as well. You look around, and I just want to make sure. And let's just keep going with the perception checks what we had earlier, just to speed things up. You notice that the carvings on these walls, you see the faces are just slightly twisted. The uncanny valley kind of vibe, if you would. And there's wolves hiding and stalking the deer around. Is there anything you want to do?
Oh, I like this room. She's gonna try to grab some of the food.
Yep. you grab the food, yeah.
I see Davey
And Rain
do that,
like
and
smack her hand.
Before we do that, Davey, what do you want to do with the food?
She was going to smell it and then try to taste it. but
Okay.
I don't know. Something happens before that.
So, let's do this. Everyone quickly, whoever wants to intervene with this, I want you all to make a dexterity check. So D20 plus your dexterity modifier, nothing else.
I rolled a 2, so I'm working my way up from
Nice,
1.
nice.
That's a 3.
Nice, okay.
I have a 12.
12. Anyone else contesting with Davey?
No, I'm just watching.
Okay,
I'm
so
watching.
so as Davey raises the food to their nose, How does Rain take it off them or stop them?
Rain would just like smack their hand, smack the food out of her hand. No, you don't know where that's been. You don't know who made that.
It's been on a table.
Obviously, it's been on a table, but you don't know.
So
where
we do know where
before
it's
this.
been.
We don't know where it has been before it was put on the table.
But it smells so good.
You don't know if it's been poisoned.
I could probably check.
What's wrong with poison?
You'll
Well,
die.
according to me, nothing. Apparently, a lot of things are bad with poison. Yes, Blint is gonna pick up a piece of food again using Mage Hand and just kind of bring it closer to just like make a good like close inspection.
Yeah, you make a close inspection. Do you smell it and all that kind of thing? How do you inspect it? Cool.
He just wants to look up close to just like see like if there's the kind of like far away close up illusion happening to that as well.
Yeah, you see that as it gets closer to your nose, make a perception check.
Okay.
Or investigation. I'm cool with either.
Investigation would be very handy. That would be a dirty 20.
A dirty 20. You are convinced to start with that this has to be fake. This has to be an illusion. But the closer you get to it, the closer inspection, you smell it, and you just know it's real. It's food.
So we get told that it's just food?
If they decide to tell you.
Yeah, Lynch just kind of puts it down and says, "We are strangers to this house, so I don't think we should be eating food that's just left out.
Mm-hmm.
We're here to try and find some parents and monsters."
Buzz says that he agrees as he approaches the table and grabs one of the bottles of wine and with his beak, kind of just like
Nice.
pops it open and takes a little whiff.
Yep. Smells nice.
Smells nice and takes a swig.
Roll me a wisdom saving throw.
I should have extended the rule to drink.
I just roll wisdom, correct?
Yeah, so it's wisdom. So you're going to roll a d20 plus your wisdom modifier. And look at your saving throws, actually. So if you're on your character sheet, look at saving throws. So roll a d20 and add that number what is next to wisdom.
Should have let it be Davy. She has a +6.
I rolled a natural one.
Oh,
but got a +6 for my wisdom. So it's a 5.
So here's the good thing. Critical fails only happen in death saves and attack rolls, usually. Saving throw is no crit fail. However, it's a 6. So as you drink and drink and drink and drink and drink and drink and drink, and you see that your pupils start to widen, if you would. Everyone sees this, at least with Core. And your head starts to look at the food. And you start reaching for the food and grabbing and eating and just consuming this food. And unless anyone stops them,
The bird gets to eat, but I don't.
Keep going and keep going.
Stop.
I don't know what to do.
Like hold him back at all?
You can, yeah. Make a strength check versus Core strength check.
Guidance.
Who guidance? Guidance in Core?
Oh yeah, actually Davey would not intervene with this.
Oh, yeah, you go. There you go.
15?
15. What do you got, Core? Roll a
roll as
strength
well?
check, yes.
Boop.
You really want to eat this food.
An 8.
And then
Brain's like trying to hold him, like,
really
let's
wanna-
go,
They-
bird
really-
brains, come on.
they pull you back, and in that moment, your eyes sort of come back into focus, and you notice that the food in your hand starts to rot. You crumble it a tiny bit with your claws and notice there's bugs inside. There's maggots, and you look at the table and you see that the food itself starts to diminish. It wasn't an illusion. It's as if time just went forward. Core, you are poisoned.
Well, okay,
Balls.
when that happened, I immediately like dropped to the floor and just like hurl. It's hurl. After seeing what I just saw.
So,
good
it's
lord.
like, don't touch the food.
Caught, poisoned. The poison's status in D&D. You have disadvantage on, I believe, attack rolls and saving throws. I am going to double check just to make sure, because holy shit, that's important to know. But as
do we see the food decay as well?
yes, all of you. That moment when that triggers that and Core was like going for like a minute, before they were able to get pulled off. But you all notice that this food starts to just decompose, and you, Davey, might notice like some little spores just spreading here as well.
Look at the bugs. They're so cute.
Cute is not the word I would use
As
for
Davey
that.
said that, I hurl again.
Poisoned, disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks, not saving throws, just so you know.
Okay.
She's gonna pick up one of the mushrooms that has grown out of
Sure.
the food. Are you sure we can't eat it?
Well, I think that was evident enough to say that we should not have even touched this stuff, let alone eaten it.
Oh, okay. Davey's gonna pocket the mushroom.
Absolutely, totally fine. As you leave this dining hall, you do also notice there's a door over here on this side. So you can, as players, you can either go to this door here. There's a small door here. And there's a door here, and I believe here as well. I've sort of got it dark on my side as well, because I want my viewers to not see shit either. Which means I can't see shit. So, yeah. What would you, as a group, like to do? Or individually, by the way. You can just spread.
Look at this pretty picture. Davey wants to go to the tapestry.
Mm-hmm. Let me have a look at the tapestry for you, because I don't know what it is. Let's have a look at the tapestry. Do-do-do-do. Let's have a look where it is. Tapestry. Is it in my other notes? Oh my god, it might be my other notes, chat. Yo, I have 2 campaigns. Well, I gotta read. I gotta read the base and the updated version too. It's fun. Let's have a look. Yeah. Tapestry. Yeah. So this tapestry, what you see is mainly of a field, and you notice in the distance there's some kind of windmill just in the distance.
Can they tear it down from the wall and drape it over them like a cape?
Yep, of course you can. It takes you a minute, so while that's happening, what's everyone else doing? Were you exploring?
Puking.
You're puking. Okay, that's
Still
fine.
not
You're
feeling too good
you're
over here.
purging. You're letting it out. That's fair. How about Rain?
I think Rain would take this moment to stand on the table and
Yep.
look at the chandelier to see like what quality of the crystal is on it.
It is very expensive looking. As in, this manor is exquisite. Silverware is shining, perfect condition.
Can they like pop off one of the crystals?
You'd have to reach for it a bit more, because it's a little bit higher. But yeah, we can say that. Make a dex check first to see if you can actually just. And Lynn will come to you what you want to do. Like I was spending an hour in one room.
So there's a door that goes back to the main hall from the dining room on the other side. Not the one we came through.
Let's have a look. I believe so. Let me just reveal
around
that
here.
area a little bit. Oh yeah, that's the one where you came through.
Okay. Yeah, they're gonna go to over here.
Yep.
And just kind of just want get a good angle of like the rest of the room. Actually, they might while they're here, because for the sake of it, strange stuff is going on. Wait, hang on. I need to get a good place. They might stand also on the table with Rain
Sure.
and cast detect magic.
Interesting.
Just to see what the hell is going on.
This is interesting, actually, because detect magic tells you about schools of magic that are happening around you.
Yes, for the
And-
duration, you sense the presence of magic within just 30 feet. So, like, from where he's standing.
What's interesting about this is it's not giving off pings of magic that is in the repertoire of known like categories, you know, necromancy, illusion, all that. It's something else, something not quite right. This whole and you walk around with this 30 feet and the whole area feels weird. You can't pinpoint a specific type of magic. It's just off. Something you might have never experienced before. In fact, I'm going to say this as your DM. You've never experienced something like this. It's beyond what you know right now.
Okay. I'm going to say that Lint has casted that on his book so that he can carry it with him, because detect magic lasts for about 10 minutes.
10
So
minutes,
he just wants to hold it and just walk around with that aura to see if like
Cool.
anything registers,
Yeah,
anything
sure.
recognizable.
Yep.
So he like gets down from the table and then just like walks around.
We'll bear that in mind. Absolutely. And Rain, what did you roll for your dex check?
13.
13. Yeah, it takes you a while, and you sort of stumble a little bit. You step on one of the bowls that are on the table. You kind of step into some pudding, but you sort of wipe it off a little bit. But you pick one of the crystals up.
This will be a
Amazing.
nice addition to my collection.
All right. So, players, let's speed things up. Let's have a little bit of a speed boost on this one. So, where do you want to go after the dining hall? Do you want to go to the stairs? Do you want to go to the door here? Do you want to go to the area that's attached to the dining hall? Where do you want to go?
So I'm gonna say that Bakar tries to stand up and uses the help of his like long sword. To stand
Yeah.
up, and just cannot stand the sight of this food anymore.
Absolutely.
Just make him feel super ill.
Oh yeah,
So I just run and push myself through the door here.
the room
where
is
Rain here
like
standing.
becoming really, really
Yeah.
horrible to be fair. So
But
yeah,
I just like push through
Yep.
and enter through the door where Rain is standing right in front
absolutely.
of him.
You walk into a kitchen. Now, I'll be real with you lot. If you went into here first, you would notice cheeses and meats just displayed beautifully. But now it's
More food.
rotten. It almost looks like it's pulsating with life because of how long it's been here. The cheese probably tastes great still, to be fair. But yeah, and you see this is a fully kitted out kitchen, but things have become tarnished a little bit, so the knives are slightly rusty. Yeah, not that nice in this kitchen, I'll be honest with you. You spend a bit of time in this kitchen, and there's not too much else about this kitchen. It just looks like it is a place where people cook to serve their masters.
Maybe we'll pick up one of the moldy
Of course.
cheeses and be like, look, it's like a little village.
Yes, indeed. For the heck of it, Lint is gonna take a tiny little piece of the cheese and eat it. Because he's resistant to poison.
So that means you get advantage on saving throws against being poisoned.
Yes.
Roll at advantage.
What kind of saving throw is it?
Wisdom.
Mad
Wisdom.
respect.
I respect that. I respect that.
Ooh, 19 plus 4.
You take it in.
He's just tasting it.
Yeah, you've tasted some stronger like poisons than this before in your experimentations, especially.
Everybody gets to eat the food except me.
I'm not eating it, I'm experimenting it. And he just
Rain
kind of...
turns
Can I
around and is like,
experiment it?
I have not eaten any of the food because unlike some of us here, I have at least a little bit of common sense and self-preservation. Looks
had
at Ka.
Bakar says, "Must be nice, Rain," and I bolt out of this room because I cannot stand the smell or the
Sure.
sight of food right now.
I follow
So I'm
after-
back to the beginning.
See,
of
I follow
the-
after
the
Claw.
beginning. The beginning.
I follow after Claw and
leaves.
passing rain.
With the stairs, I run to that area. I'm like, I just cannot. And with my bird vision, I'm just seeing even the maggots even more. I'm like, I can't
Yeah.
be here.
The hall itself is still pristine. The hall itself is still gorgeous, and even though it's kind of oppressing, you still feel that kind of innate warmth from the fireplace. You know when you look at a fire, what's not on, but you kind of get that feeling. It's like that. So, question for the players: do you want to go here first or up the stairs? Your call.
I'm gonna turn to Rain. Like, Rain, you pick this time. We are not making the good choices right now.
Yes, I've noticed. You guys have met my expectations. We're going upstairs.
All right, you go upstairs. So
And before we go, I turn to Lit. I'm like, how did you eat that? And you just look okay.
It was just an experiment. Sometimes you have to put your entire life at risk.
as you're wandering up the stairs, still like digesting that poison, I do need to give your characters their stuff, but let me just go through a little bit with you, all of you. So as you enter, or you work your way up into the upper hall, you find yourself, give me 2 seconds, gamers, I want to make sure you lot can control your characters, because it makes it more fun for you, because it feels like you're playing the game. So with that, you enter this upper hall, and you notice that in front of you is 4 statues. And these statues are, how can I say it? They are, kind of, you look at them, and especially if you're a little bit paranoid now, you feel like they're going to move. Unlit oil lamps are mounted on the walls of this elegant hall. Hanging above the mantelpiece is a wood-framed portrait depicting 2 adults alongside the familiar faces of Rose and Thorn. Standing suits of armor, flanked wooden doors in the east and west walls. Each suit of armor clutches a spear and has a visored helm shaped like a wolf's head. The doors are carved with dancing youths. The red marble staircase continues to spiral upward, and a cold draft whispering down from above. Make a perception check, everyone, please.
Is my detect magic aura still up?
Mm-hmm. It's still that really, really weird, unknowing feeling. And for yourself, Lynn, that might feel even worse for you because you love figuring things out and writing in your book because you want to be known, you want to be knowledgeable. This is new. It's something that's not in the repertoire. Tell me what you got.
I rolled a 22.
I kid you not, I rolled a 3, which means now my rolls have been 1, 2, and 3.
That is amazing.
Oh, it's going up.
It's going up. You know, I'll get there. 20 more rolls.
Coming up. Amazing.
I got a 6.
6. Lynn?
14.
14. You've been rolling real well with your perception. Bakar?
22.
Fuck, not that well.
Very
Not as good as
perceptive, but I'm just not smart about it.
You know what? Actually, I think right now. Oh, did you roll at disadvantage, Core? Because this is a check, so you actually have to roll at disadvantage because you're poisoned.
How do I roll disadvantage?
Just roll again. Just take the lower number.
I'll take the lower number. Okay,
Mhm.
cool.
So it's 22 or.
Or.
Oh.
Ooh.
So you rolled a 5. So,
no.
Lynn, maybe it's your curiosity, but you can, as you wandered up these stairs, it was right as you got to the top of these stairs that you could smell blood. Definitely blood. The irony taste in the air. And very, very faintly, you hear crying where this door is.
I don't like the sound of this. If any of us had any common sense, we'd leave. But I feel like that's not an option anymore.
Can Rain try and take one of the spears from the statues
Um,
to take as a weapon? and go
Lindsay
in the
basically
other
says,
room?
don't touch the statues. I feel like they might come alive.
Fair enough.
there's pretty nice armor on them, by the way. Pretty nice armor.
I'm not touching it anymore.
You both got the
Okay.
shield and the
That's
sword.
mine.
You'll be fine.
Lind, hear me out, hear me out. But I have a good shield. If I have good armor, then I can go first through that door and be able to handle whatever's in there.
And everyone else got a weapon. Maybe I should take a spear.
Don't
Go
touch
for it,
any
kid.
of them.
Let Davy take a spear.
Yeah.
Can you not smell this? Can you not smell the blood here and hear the crying from the door next door? This is clearly an omen that something bad is going to happen.
All I smell
Okay,
is rotten food
But
in my
spear.
You're correct, but Davy, I'm not going to let you go take the spear. You go stand over by Ka. I'll try and take the spear.
Aww.
It's a heavy spear, but you have to lift up, and then it comes out.
Can I give the spear to Davy?
You're more than welcome to. I'm not going to tell you no. It's your
Thank you.
spear. So, you have the area with the smell, and Lint, you're the only one still who's hearing that just from that area. You have a double door here, and a double door here. Actually, yeah, that's fine.
So the sound is coming from this door?
Top right, yeah.
Okay. Maybe it's a sign that we should go to the double doors here.
I'll go with you.
Go around it.
Okay.
And he kind of readies his dagger. Just like,
Yeah,
just in case.
absolutely.
Rain's got the shield ready.
Adorable. As you two bravely go up to the double doors and open them. So position yourself for me. Yeah, you're way ahead of me. Thank you. You open the door, and again, this is a hang on. This is a dimly lit area still, you lot. Really, I should have been letting you roll perception at disadvantage, but whatever, it's fine. One of them was actually to do a smell, so, you know. You enter this room. Please move your tokens into the room. Thank you. You enter, which is obviously a library. This library is covered in red velvet drapes over the windows, an exquisite mahogany desk, and a matching high-backed chair face the entrance and a fireplace, above which a framed picture of a windmill perched atop a rocky crag. Situated in corners of the room are two overstuffed chairs, floor-to-ceiling bookshelves line the south wall. A rolling wooden ladder allows one to more easily reach the high shelves. You have a look around. And
Judging by the
yeah, please go.
books, I think we're in a study.
Indeed. I'm just going to look at the books and, like, read the spines, see what
Absolutely, yeah.
they are.
I'm going to say it takes you a little bit of time to go through them because I think you would be going from a little bit neater, right? A bit more
Yeah.
time. Everyone make me a perception or investigation. I'm cool with whichever one you want to go for.
Before we do it, so we don't have a
Yes, Trey.
disadvantage show, can I use my tinderbox on the fireplace?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'll just allow that to happen because you have it. So, yeah, absolutely. So this lights up and the warm feeling is very welcoming, you know? So absolutely. Yeah, good idea.
Guidance on myself.
Absolutely.
I'll also do guidance on myself.
Oh, you got
Oh my
guidance too?
God.
Oh, shit.
I also have
Ooh.
that.
Oh, boy.
I need it.
It's like the best cantrip. Like, it's one of the best. All right, so tell me your roll, please, you lot.
So I skipped 4, so I got a 5.
Oh my god, what the hell, dude?
Plus 6 is 11, and I rolled a 4 on my guidance. So that's 15.
15.
Mhm.
Okay, no, that's fine. Yeah, cool.
That's fine.
That's fine.
I just think it's funny that I'm still going up.
Yep. Anyone else? Did anyone else beat a 15?
I got a
23.
17.
17, 13, 23. All pretty good rolls, honestly. I'm going to say, Lint, you are looking at books specifically. So I'm going to come on to you later, if that's okay. Core, what was your roll?
17.
17. Core, you go around this, after you lit this fireplace, you turn to the desk that is right here. Whoa, hang on. Yep, you got it. Thank you. Thanks very much. And on this desk, you see a couple of things. One is a piece of sheet music that lies on the desk. It's titled Song for Elizabeth. And there's a handwritten note next to it, partially burnt. And it reads, Ballwarton's words can open the way.
Repeat what you just said.
Yeah, sure.
Just the words that it says on the note.
Sure. So, Ballwarton's words can open the way.
So I read this and I tell it to the group.
Yeah.
And I say, it seems maybe if we say something specific, we could open a passage somewhere.
Okay. Well, then maybe we need to find what these words are and who Ballwarton is. They make a note of what you say in their book.
Yeah, absolutely.
Could that be an author of one of the books in the study?
I'm having a look right now.
And we'll roll that investigation from you, Lint, for this. See? Okay. Good DM, me. Yay. Takes a bit of time because you really want to make sure you're meticulously looking through these books. And you find 2. Mm-hmm. One is that specific book. You find, where is it? There it is. You find a red-covered book titled An Architect's Art, written by Archibald Ballwarton. And there's another one you find. It catches you immediately. And it's titled The History of Lint Keptok.
I dare you to read it.
A history of me? I already know my own history, so I don't need that. And they go over to the other book of the architect's book, and Mage Hand take it slowly out of the bookshelf.
Oh, you ruined my fun. Okay. So as you pull this book, it doesn't come all the way out. The Mage Hand pulls it, and you hear a as the bookshelf here sort of opens up.
Ah, the good old librarian's trick of the secret passage in the library. I love it.
As you look through, this hidden room is packed with bookshelves groaning with old and ominous-looking leather-bound tomes. A heavy wooden chest with clawed iron feet stand against the south wall. Its lid half closed. Sticking out of its chest are ribs, skeletal legs, in some kind of chain shirt. With... Let me make sure I got this right. Make sure I got it right for all of you. Oh, yeah. So You have many tomes around you, and funnily enough, has Rain gone in first? Have you slivered
there's
by?
a treasure chest.
All right, let's do this then. Let's say that you saw this as you slip by Lint, as they are doing the whole like secret. You just go fuck it and go by. So with that, let me just move you so the viewers can see you at least. You find that this skeleton that is in this chest, you notice that in its kind of rib cage, there are darts pierced inside, like lodged into the rib cage itself. In the skeleton's left hand is a letter, and it's bearing a seal with an insignia that you don't recognize.
Can I snatch the spear back from... Can I ask Davi back for the spear to open the chest from afar?
Okay.
I promise I'll give it back.
All right. So as you... and it like lifts open, you notice the mechanism for the previous chap has already been triggered. Lint, maybe with your poison knowledge, you quickly ascertain poison dart, poison trap. Easy. Inside this chest, hey yo, you get treasure. Inside this chest contains 3 blank books with black leather covers, 3 spell scrolls, 1 bless, 2 protection from poison, 3 spiritual weapon. Yeah, the irony of protection from poison, I just realized. You fool! You also see kind of a contract, a deed here as well. And let me see if I have this up. Now, the deed itself, you recognize it that it is to some kind of windmill. Just a deed for a windmill property. With that, you also find, kind of tucked away with this deed, another letter. It's open. And that's it. So right now, the letter is both of them are rolled up. The one that's not got the insignia, the wax seal, is like heavy, slightly heavy. And then you have the waxed sealed one too. And I believe
I would like to open the wax seal one.
All right, let me send you the image, because I ain't reading it out for you, because it's not me who's reading it, it's you. So if you double check your Discord for me, I will send you this image. I'm so glad Discord didn't go, this file's too big. Ugh. But that is the letter that you see.
Okay, so I'm reading this out loud?
If you feel like your character will read it out loud, you can do. If you don't, what I'd like to do is you read it out loud, but everyone pretends they didn't hear it. Or you didn't read it out loud, just for audiences and all that kind of thing, because it's kind of cool.
Is Lint in the room with me? Or right outside?
Lint's right outside, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just kind of like hanging in the doorway. So, yeah, I've not gone in. I'm just like watching you as you've gone through the room.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll kind of like call out to Lind and read it like louder so that they can hear. Is that fine?
Mm.
Okay, so Rain picks up the scroll, pops a seal, takes a look, kind of like wrinkles their brow a little bit and goes, "Hey, Lynn, listen to this. What I've got here.
Oh,
My
okay.
most pathetic servant. I am not a messiah sent to you by the dark powers of this land. I have not come to lead you on a path to immortality. However, many souls you have bled on your hidden altar. However many visitors you have tortured in your dungeon, know that you are not the ones who brought me to this beautiful land. You are but worms writhing in my earth." God damn.
Ugh.
"You say that you are cursed, your fortunes spent. You abandoned love for madness, took solace in the bosom of another woman, and sired a bastard, emphasized son. Cursed by darkness, of that of which I have no doubt. Save you from your wretchedness? I think not. I much prefer you as you are, your dreadlord and master, Strahd von Zarovic."
Ungrateful git.
This guy sounds mad, Lint.
Yes, indeed. Hmm.
And you also have the other letter with what's a bit heavier.
I can read that one as well?
Yes, maybe we should go to the office and show the others.
Yes, I agree.
All right. You work your way to the office. By the way, good reading. Yay. You make your way to the office, and as you unravel this letter, a key falls ding, 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 out of it. Are you reading this one as well, Rain?
I can.
More than welcome to. Let's make sure I send you the right one.
Can Davey pick up the key?
Of course you can, yeah.
Oh, I had a key prop. Where did that go?
You did?
Yeah.
You are so prepared.
You were way more prepared than me. It's kind of embarrassing, you know. Here you go. The DM can just send things.
I
Yes,
see Davey
please.
pick up the key and just tell Davey to make sure she keeps it safe.
Ooh, it's
Also,
all shiny.
Makai is like kind of really liking Davey as time goes on.
Uh-huh.
That like childish or like curious nature is something that like Makai is not really like used to.
Mm-hmm.
So seeing Davey just kind of run around and being so curious is kind of like, oh.
Oh, that's adorable.
Before reading the letter, Rain raises an eyebrow at Caw over giving her the key and is just like, all right.
And then I look over, I'm like, I'll watch it.
Okay, just make sure. So here's the letter. My dear Dimov? Am I saying that right?
I don't know.
Cool, awesome.
You're
My
reading
dear
it.
Dimov, I must confess, my nights as of late have been sleepless. The child's wails these past several evenings have kept me awake. Mood. Haunting these halls like a ghost. Margaret does her best, but other clouds yet trouble my dreams. My beloved Elizabeth, I am sure, feels it too, for she tosses and turns in our bed and awakes with her forehead slick with sweat. Over the past several congregations, I have become suspicious of the ambitions of the others. Their dark murmurs worry me, and though I know that a shadow ought not fear a blacker night, I cannot but fear for the extent of their plotting. If anything happens, you are to be the steward of our parents' house and caretaker of my children. Keep Rose and Thorn safe, and dear Walter close to your breast. Should the worst come to pass, you shall be all they have left. Your loving brother, Gustav.
So, to remind you of what you have right now, you have these two letters, and you also have that music sheet as well. So, with that information, is there anything you want to say to each other before we move on?
I guess.
Did anybody see something we could put a key into?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Although, so many other doors that we haven't opened yet. I'm sure we'll find a locked one at some point.
This
Can
window
I pick
looks
up the
like
sheet
the-
music and try to whistle the tone or the music that's on it?
Yeah, make a performance check.
Let's check. I have to roll twice, don't I?
Yeah, you do.
Okay, all right.
Can
You're-
I give guidance?
Of course you can, yeah. You
What'd
saw
you get for eating that damn
You
meat?
saw Bakar
Well,
like
they
puff
were
the
both
chest out.
12s, plus I think the D4 from the
Mhm.
guidance.
I rolled a 4, so
Beautiful.
only well on my guidance.
That's good. Do you roll or do they roll with guidance? I
Oh,
always
I
thought
don't know.
I always thought they got the D4
Regardless,
it
I
would be-
also
it
rolled
would
a
be
4,
them.
So
Okay, so you
So-
rolled
16
a D4.
total.
because they're the one who
Nice.
keeps the thing. You know what I mean? for that 10 minutes. Yeah, you. Ooh, that's interesting. Ooh, okay, cool. This helps quite nicely. You. Am I assuming whistle? Do birds whistle? Birds don't whistle. They haven't got lips. They ain't got lips.
They tweet.
They tweet.
They make bird sounds.
You tweet. You make bird sounds. And it's very elegant and just nice. You have it kind of accompanied by the crackling of the fire that you created as well. And when you start doing that, you can't help but hear like footsteps coming from back into the hall, but it's rhythmic footsteps.
And, do you guys hear that?
I hear you. You sound like the ravens from the swamp, but prettier.
Someone dancing?
It sounds like dancing. And
Heard
thank you, Davy.
We heard wailing before. I feel like maybe this place may be haunted by the people mentioned in this letter.
I'd rather have the blood and the wailing than the dancing.
Hmm. Should we approach it, or...?
Yeah, let's go. Maybe
You
they'll let
first.
us dance with them. Okay. Davey will go first.
Let's go, baby! Oh, let's go,
Chasing
Davy!
after Davy.
So you find yourself in the hall, but Davy, you go straight to these double doors, like at the south, I guess, right there. I'm guessing you're going to thaumaturge that door, by the way, with your excitement.
Oh, absolutely.
There you go, beautiful. just wanted to put it out there. You know, I don't want to tell you what you do, but I'm kind of assuming now what you're.
Would my detect magic fall at this point? How long?
I'd say yeah, because conversations are happening, reading letters, going through the books, especially.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay. No problem.
Someone said they liked my spunk when I used thaumaturgy, so now she's doing it on
Oh
every door.
no! Well, that was a mistake. Yeah, so move yourselves into that room, please, everyone. And let me do some reading. You enter into an elegantly appointed hall, the windows of which are covered in gossamer drapes. A brass-plated chandelier hangs from the ceiling, and upholstered chairs line the walls. Several stained glass wall hangings depict beautiful men, women, and children singing and playing instruments. A harpsichord with a bench rests in the northwest corner. Near the fireplace is a large standing harp. Alabaster figurines of well-dressed dancers adorn the mantelpiece.
Davey's gonna start playing the harpsichord. She does not know how to play it. She's just pressing random keys.
So you're just going king punk. Core,
Oh.
you're right next to them. You know the tone, at least. You know what's supposed to be played. So, the question for you guys is, well, for you actually, Core, and anyone else who wants to try it, are you going to be like helping them out with?
Yeah, I'm gonna guide Davy.
Okay.
How to play the music that we just found, the sheet music.
Oh yeah, cool.
So kind of like Davy, follow along. I'm trying to kind of like with my hand on her hand,
Yep.
trying to just
Does anyone have? It's usually not been used. Has anyone got proficiency in performance?
I do.
Really?
Whoa!
Oh,
yes!
then you absolutely you can give guidance and advantage to this check. 100%.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh no, I roll it. Okay.
Yeah.
You got this.
Oh my god, I do got this.
Let's go.
A 6.
I rolled a natural 19.
Wow.
And then a
Beautiful.
+3 for the guidance, so that's +4, so 23.
Great job. Amazing.
Nice.
Amazing. You start to play this elegant song, which is, it emphasizes and kind of builds upon what Core was doing earlier. And as you play, all of you start to recognize and notice ghostly figures in pairs start to dance around the room ignoring you, passing through you. Whoever's in the middle, which would be like, I'd say Rain and Lint, if you don't dodge or anything, they sort of just go past you, and they are dancing and smiling, and you hear that rhythmic step of their foots. They don't take any notice of you, apart from two. In the corner, around about here, I would say, top left, there's two ghostly figures. Depicting the same two that were on the paintings. The aristocratic looking people. And all they do is stare at you, Davy.
Hi!
As you continue to play, with Core's help, they keep looking at you. They never turn, they never tilt, they never breathe. You just see the dancers around and around and around. Until they all stop, look at each other, bow, and they fade away. And those two that are looking at you, Davy, bow too.
Davy bows back.
At the end of your performance, near where Rain is, Rain, you hear right in this, under this chair, a kind of
I go take a look.
You see, hiding under this chair, scared, shaking, rail thin, a puppy.
Mine.
Your puppy. You see your puppy, and it just looks at you, and it's like it hasn't seen anyone for the longest time. You say it's yours, but I do need to make. Need you to make an animal handling check on this. I'm gonna say, yeah, just roll it. Just roll. Davy's away. All the people with guidance are away from you, so they can't go guidance.
Nope.
So roll a d20. Find animal handling.
Davy goes, that was so much fun. Let's do it again.
Natural 18. Woo! Give me that dog.
The dog will slowly come up to you and start licking your hand. And have you got any food?
Oh my god, do I? I have like little crumbs of a treat that I gave Sophie before the stream.
Amazing. And you see, you see that it has a collar. It's kind of tattered, not looked after at all. And its name is Lancelot.
Oh, little Lancelot.
Something as well, actually, I almost forgot, and it's super fucking important. When the song stopped, you all heard a up top. Something opened. Let's be real. Everyone knows that something opened. It's the noise of something opening, right? But yeah, you hear something. Something opened above.
I'm gonna scoop up Lancelot in one hand and walk back over to everybody else and show them I have dog now.
And it's still really scrawny. It's on death's door.
Oh, so I wasn't expecting that.
Does anybody
name?
have anything I can give to the dog?
I have some rations on me, if you would like to give it.
Give it to me, please.
Okay, not asking, demanding. Here you go.
Thank you.
And you see that Lancelot sort of sniffs, and starts like going kind of nuts all over it. And then it just starts licking, and it notices, Car, that you were the one who provided the food, so it's just like looking at you with a really the puppy dog look, y'all. This looks at you with like just great gratitude, full on gratitude for you.
I'm like, now, Rain is gonna cut me if you think it's mine. So you see that little dagger? Rain, it was all Rain. It was all Rain.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna tuck Lancelot into my jacket.
Aye. All right.
And I'm gonna look at Davey. Did you hear that noise after we stopped playing the music?
I did. Do you think something opened?
It sounded like it came from above us, right?
We should take a look at it. You're really good at playing this weird key instrument.
Oh, I'll teach you more later, Debbie. But
You will?
do you remember seeing any staircases anywhere that could lead us upstairs?
Yes. I guess the main spiral staircase will take us higher. We'll go back and check.
Follow you, Lynn.
Okay.
So who's going to be walking up the stairs first out of you four?
Not me. I'm a mother now.
Davey will go if no one else goes.
Yeah.
Yep, Davey goes first.
Mm-hmm.
Good to know. All right. So, you work your way up these stairs. Let me just double check everything. Excellent. Weirdly enough, I put you first, Davey, on this when I moved this.
You knew.
I must have known, right? Can you see everything, by the way? Just making sure you can see where you are. Amazing.
I
Okay.
just can't move my pieces.
Oh yeah, sure. But while this is going on, you notice that this is not a hall. This is a balcony. The balcony is looking over the gap in the stairs. There's no banisters at all. It is a flat balcony. You see that right here is just a very you'd say pristine, but it's covered in cobwebs armor, and you see that on this armor there's like it's black plate armor with a symbol of well, it's kind of tarnished. It's kind of a tarnished one. I don't know if it's over time or through wear. But yeah, that is right there. So hard, by the way, to multitask, but I'm trying my best here. And as you get to... This wasn't the order, right? You lot, there's a different order to this, I believe. Oh, hang on. So it's Davey, Rain. There you are. There you are. Was that the order you went up, you lot? Just making sure and double checking.
Sounds good.
Cool.
Am I able to cast mending on the tarnished thing so I could
armor?
repair something? Yes.
Okay, so question. Do you sort of move people out of the way? Because obviously it's like single staircase. Do you sort of like push past everyone to approach the armor?
Yeah.
Okay,
And
cool.
then cast mending, which restores it to its...
As you cast and begin to cast mending, what I'd like you to do, Bakor, is you can either roll acrobatics or athletics. This is your call. And
I wish I could tell you, but my D&D Beyond is not working.
oh my god.
Oh,
It's
no.
giving me temporarily unavailable service.
Let's go. Perfect
I
timing.
did that a few seconds ago. Just wait for it to reload.
Yeah, have a little reload on it.
Looking at the
Okay.
order, Davy and Lint are also really close to the statue. Should they also make this roll?
Yeah.
No, actually,
Okay.
Oh.
not for this.
Ah.
But thank you for looking out.
Can you look at my character sheet and tell me what's good?
If I can access
I
it,
can't
I'll try.
access the website.
Oh my god. What is your strength?
I think it was
+4, I believe.
+4.
If it's a +4, did you choose athletics as a proficiency?
No.
So all you need to do is roll a d20 +4. Oh, this is a check, so you have to roll at disadvantage
Yes.
because you're
twice,
poisoned.
Right?
Uh-huh.
You got 8 + 4, so that's 12, or 20 + 4 is 24. So I guess I'm taking the 12.
I can't guidance this, right?
Not
So, no.
on this bit, actually. Yeah. What did you roll?
12.
Okay. Roll again for me at disadvantage. And then I'm going to tell you the outcome of what happens.
So I did roll twice. 12 was the lower one.
Yeah, so you're going to roll again. This is a
Okay.
separate roll.
So 14 + 4, so 18.
God. Okay. Cool. As you go up to this armor and you begin to cast mending, this armor starts to and just as you're about to cast mending, it pushes you 5 feet towards the balcony. Oof. Oof.
Hope you can fly.
And then on the second attempt, it pushes, but you just outpower it and prevent it from pushing you over the balcony.
Whew. So you all know I'm
Everyone-
wearing heavy armor and I can't fly.
Everyone
so.
is rolling initiative right now.
Yay!
I told you we should not trust the armor.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah,
It moves.
It was fine when I did it.
it was fine.
I'm sorry. Everything I touch just goes to shit. I'm so sorry.
I have a puppy now. I will fight this statue with my bare hands. I rolled a 4.
Oh no.
Okay.
Initiative.
Okay. Oh yeah, it has initiative too. Yeesh.
I rolled a 16, but -1 initiative, so I have a 15.
Okay.
-1 initiative for it. 13.
15, 13 for you, Davey.
Oh wait, I have +2 for initiative. So would that be 6 then?
Yep, that's
Mhm.
right.
Okay, cool. 6.
Yep. Lynn.
8.
Nice. Okay. If you're okay to go on for a little bit, you guys, just to finish this part, is that all right?
I'm down to
Yeah.
fight.
Is that cool? Okay. All
Here
right.
comes the rain. Let's go.
Oh
Let's fight.
my god. When it rains, it pours, motherfucker. Okay. So let's bring up some fight music. We're going to do this real fast. Maybe. Let's have a look. So, first in the initiative is Cole. Oh, sorry. You're poisoned. You have to roll again. Yeah, disadvantage. Initiative is a check.
13.
13. Who's got higher dex out of you and Davey?
I've got a +1.
Plus
I
what?
could tell you. I think I have a minus.
You're
on
minus.
dex.
So Davey, it's actually your turn. You're first in the initiative.
Ooh, okay. Well, they never picked up that spear again, so they have equipped their stick
Yep.
and their shield, so they're gonna cast Shillelagh as a bonus action.
Absolutely.
And then they're just gonna hit it.
Yeah, fucking go for it.
Okay, so that is a +6. 23.
23 definitely hits.
Alright. So that's 5 points of damage as mushrooms again cover her staff, and she just hits it, and these like weird, this weird like carapace like hardens around these mushrooms, and she just like dents the armor.
Amazing.
And she goes, "You move."
And it's still focused on Core, and its helmet sort of just rattling around, trying to push Core right now.
End of my turn.
All right, and your turn. Next up in the initiative order is, speak of the devil, Core.
I'm a little lost of what to do because I can't see my character sheet.
Oh, bless you. Let's have a look. Would you like to be casting a spell, or would you like to be attacking?
I'll go for an attack for now, I believe.
Okay, so
You can also move if you want to move.
you can
away from
move,
them.
yeah. Because it hasn't grappled
so
you,
let's move
it's
out of the
trying
way
to push
because
you.
I am almost pushed off this goddamn balcony.
Yeah,
So
okay, so
let's go
move.
ahead and move, and I think my character sheet works now. Hold on.
Cool.
Blessed. Okay, so I'm gonna move.
Nice.
I'm always being pushed off this balcony, and this thing that I try to repair all of a sudden is trying to kill me. So
Uh-huh.
I move out of the way.
Okay,
So I take a little bit of a step back. I just have to reopen the. Give me 1 second.
if you fell down that gap, oh boy.
Oh boy.
I was like, who's
And I
going to go
can't fly
down?
Because I'm wearing heavy armor.
Exactly.
So I'm actually not able to fly.
I was going to do something different, actually, with that, if you were flying. But it's all good. You don't fly. You chose that. Not
I'm
me.
gonna move here.
Yep, that's fine.
And while I'm here, I'm actually probably I'm gonna cast a spell.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast Shield of Faith on Davy.
Oh,
'Cause
okay.
Davy is being quite the scrapper. I don't
Yeah.
want him to get hurt right away.
Cool.
So we'll cast Shield of Faith on Davy.
Yeah.
Does
So
that do?
that's a +2 to your arm, I
So
believe.
shimmering field appears and surrounds the creature of your choice within range, granting a +2 bonus to its AC for the duration.
That's huge. Nice. Is that a bonus action, Shield of Faith, or is
No,
it?
that's my just first action. not
It's
bonus.
an action. Let me just double check a second. Shield of Faith. It's a bonus action.
Oh, it's a
so
bonus.
so you cast that as your bonus action, and now you can use your action to do whatever you want.
I'll just attack with my longsword. Let's go for it.
Let's go. Oh, by the
roll.
way, because Davy is on the opposite side of them, you're in flanking, which means you get advantage on these attacks.
And what do I do with advantage?
So you roll d20 twice, take the higher number.
Take the high number. Okay, perfect. So rolling twice.
Oh wait, you're poisoned. Oh no, it's a
So
straight
roll rolling.
It's a straight roll.
Is that a straight roll?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Hey,
Alright, a straight roll.
you ate the food. You
Well,
you
guess
drank the
what?
wine.
I rolled a nat 20.
Woo!
Oh,
25.
yeah.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Absolutely hit. So roll damage. I believe it's. Are you using a longsword?
Losing a longsword, yes.
Yeah, have a look. I'm pretty.
2d8 plus 3. So rolling 15. For
15
double,
points
right?
damage. Yeah, that's
Well, 30.
that's amazing. Oh, whoa! Wait, hang on. Let's rewind a second. Your damage for a longsword should be.
You only doubled the dice, not the extra stuff.
Yeah. So
Yeah, so the dice roll was 15, so then 30, right? So doubled.
Oh, wait. Let's rewind for a second. So for a longsword, the damage on a longsword, have you got a shield up, or are you two-handing this?
Two-handing it.
So what you're rolling here is a d10,
A d10.
and then you add your strength modifier to it. So it's 1d10 plus 4.
Okay, so rolling the 1d10.
Yep. Tell me what you roll on the dice.
A 5.
So then that doubles to 10
10.
plus 4,
Mm-hmm.
which is 14 points of damage, which is still
Gotcha.
fucking good.
Gotcha.
Level
Okay.
1,
Perfect.
14 points of damage.
So I
You
take it as
yeah, describe. Yeah, you crack into it, and the armor sort of dents and it sort of bends. And that is that your turn?
that is my turn.
You see this animated armor sort of. You two rolled under 10, right? Just making sure. Lint rolled 8. And Rain rolled a 6. Cool. So the animated armor sort of just looks at you. It perceives it looks at you, right? It looks like it looks at you. The helmet is aimed at you. And it will just... It's not smart. because it's animated armor. It's already attempted to push you, so I don't think it's going to push you again. I think it's very simple in this approach. So, for you, Davey, it doesn't even know you're there. It's just homing in on core. Okay. It's going to roll to attack you. Let's have a look. It has 2 attacks. These are called slam attacks. So, and it has a +4 to hit. First one, natural 1. Fuck. The second one, cocked. Natural 15, 19 to hit.
It does hit.
It does hit. Yeah, because you haven't got your shield up as well, have you? Wow. So you take 5 points of bludgeoning damage. Now, because you took damage, you need to make a concentration check on Shield of Faith. So a concentration check is just this. You know when you're saving throws, where it says saving throws?
Yep.
Where it says Constitution?
Yep.
So you want to roll a d20 plus that. The target is 10. You need to beat a 10.
14.
14, Shield
But
of
I
Faith.
have to roll another one, right? 'Cause I am...
No, saving throws are not counted for poison. You're fine. So it sort of slams into you, and you almost get into a daze, and you look at Davey. For some reason, you just want to protect him, and that protection is what you hold on to. With that...
Do I still take 5 points of damage?
Yes, you do.
Yes.
With that... It's kind of wedged. How fucking smart is it? It's really dumb. It's just going to stand there and it's just swinging at you with all of its metal might. Okay, moving on to Lint.
Okay.
Got a bit of a conga line going off here, but you know.
Yeah. Lint is going to squeeze past. Is the stand where it used to be stand on like open now, so that Lint can stand here?
Yes.
Okay.
There's like a base, but that's about it.
Okay, Lint's going to use their movement to stand there, and he is going to cast Tasha's Caustic Brew
Ooh.
at the at the iron thing. I've done it like that because I think its range is about 30 foot, and I don't want to hit anyone else.
So
because...
just for your sake, Soph, is this a ranged spell attack? Just so I know.
It is range from either the self or 30 foot.
So
it is a 30 foot line.
So just so you're aware, if you are the one who has to roll to hit, because you're right up next to it, it's at disadvantage because it's still flaring. So if you want to do this, you might, and you still want to use the spell without the disadvantage, try and like sidestep to about here or something, just so then you're out of its melee range. Because the idea is...
Would the flanking cancel out the
No, because you're not flanking. For anyone to be flanking, they have to be right here. The imagination of this is it takes a while to be able to cast spells. You got to do certain things to it. And if someone's fucking swinging at you, you can't just go, whoop, 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 whoop.
Okay.
Wait a second and do that. It's always swinging at you. So it's up to you. You can rewind and do it at a bit of a distance. Your call, though. You can just risk it and take the disadvantage, though.
Yeah. I just need to check something. Hang on.
Yeah, absolutely.
If you go on the stairs, you could squirt it a diagonal line.
Yeah.
In a way that doesn't hit anyone.
Yeah. I just, I don't know how long it lasts, so I don't want anyone stepping in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do that instead then.
Okay, so rewind a little bit. And then...
Yep. Here?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Yeah, and they cast,
Okay, so roll to hit.
Do I add anything to it? No.
D20 plus your spell attack modifier, which is your intelligence plus proficiency.
What's my intelligence plus proficiency? That's just 2. That's 15.
Does not hit. It kind of hits, but it bounces off its armor.
Okay.
Doesn't really sink in, unfortunately. Anything else you want to do?
I don't think they can do anything else.
That's fine. An attempt was made.
Yeah. As is the way with me.
I know. So I'm so sorry, buddy.
That's all right.
I'm even helping you. Like, go there, buddy. Go there instead. It's just better. I'm sorry. If that's your end of your turn, we will move on to Rain. If that is the end of your turn, by the way, Lynn, just making sure.
I don't know. Can I communicate in any way?
Yeah.
Anyone?
For 6 seconds, you can communicate. So on your turn, you have like 6 seconds of roundabout of just free communication.
Yeah. I think then we'll just look at like the whole of the spiral staircase and then look to the others and say, might be easier to push it down the stairs.
That's what I wanted to do.
Yo, go for it, dude.
That's what I'm going to try and do with my turn. I want to try. Well, can we push it off the balcony since it's already kind of going that way?
So there's actually, I'll say
it's already pushing Caw that way.
I'll say this. If you get to here, right here where it was standing, and you pushed it this way, technically it's like there's a gap here. So I'll make it roll to see if it will fall. But you have to do this. If you're going to do a push attack, shoves in D&D are contested. So that's why I asked Core to like roll athletics and all that kind of thing. So if you want to push it, it is your athletics versus its athletics or acrobatics, depending on what it wants to choose. I know what I'm going to choose, but you know. So yeah, you can absolutely push it, but we have to roll for it. Is the short-term explanation. And here's what...
Just D20?
Yes, so it's a D20. Then look into your skills and find athletics. Whatever that is, you add that or minus it.
I have -1 athletics.
Do it, dude. This is just fun. Like, if it's more fun for you to do this right now, do it.
I feel like it would be good to push him.
All right, do it. So roll D20, -1 for your athletics.
That's a 4.
Ooh, hang on. Okay, it has, I'll be honest with you, it has a +2 to its strength. So it needs to roll a 3 to beat you.
Oh,
Oh! Right the needle.
Suck it.
So you push it this way, and you move with it because you're shoving it away. I'm going to make it roll a dexterity saving throw to see if, because it's like stumbling off, right? I'm kind of let Core off a little bit because, you know, Core, it's cool. But for this, I'm just going to roll a saving throw to see if it will fall. That is... Okay, that rolled quite well, if I'm honest with you. Yeah, that's... Oh, hang on. That'd be about... Oh, that's not that good.
You're killing me.
I'm sorry. That is... Okay. Okay, hang on. Give me a second. It rolled a 10. Yeah. Okay. So, you push this animated armor, and its foot sort of... its boot slams into the side to try and get grip, and you push it a little bit more, and as it stomps one more time, the balcony under its feet cracks. And it's somewhere at the bottom of its balcony, or at the bottom of its stairwell.
Well then.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
thank you. You're so strong.
Kyle, you were never allowed to go near a piece of armor ever again. I'm decided. Grounded.
That was so much
I
fun.
thought that if I repaired it, we could take it, you could steal it. I was thinking about you the whole time, Rain.
You repaired it to kick our ass.
Well, it's just what happened, but the intention was not that.
My intention is to kick your ass.
And with that, we will end the session here. Well done for surviving so far. Well done for pushing the armor down. You look over the balcony. The armor itself... Hang on. It does take a bit of damage. Let me just double check. It is kind of low, actually. Oh, you'd look over and it's just into the floorboards, broken. I rolled pretty high on that fall damage. Doesn't have any resistance. Nope. That's it. So you just see it scatter on the floor. You take a breather. You look around, and downstairs, the lower levels were, at first, when you first saw it, mainly for the dining room, all of the areas were like pristine, mansion-based, just very eloquently put together. But up here, it's a bit different. You get a sense of decay, rot, and just iron, blood. There's blood somewhere. But we'll pick that up next week. Hey, GG, yo!
Yay!
Well done, everyone. So next
well done,
week...
DM.
Thank you. I'm trying my
Well
best,
done.
y'all. We didn't... There was a point where I wanted to get to regarding when you level up, but you know what? Thinking about it... Give me 2 seconds.
Keeping us in suspense.
You know what I'm going to say as well? To add in a little bit. You know this door here?
Mm-hmm.
You would also be hearing a slight cooing of a baby. And the sound of someone going shh, 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 shh. What I'm going to do to make things easier, because technically there should be a stage when you level up to level 2, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to say you level up to level 2 now, just to make things a bit easier, all right? Try and reserve the level 2 stuff until a certain point, but we're just going to say you're level 2, okay? So think about what you're going to be leveling up to. Think about what class you're going to dip into. Think about your spells and that kind of stuff. And we'll come back next week. You'll be at level 2. And we'll continue with this. I think how your pacing is, we'll get Death House done in about 10 sessions, which would be great. No, not really. It'll be about...
Oh, we were doing all right.
You're doing all right. You're doing okay. You actually skipped a fair few things. So I was like, oh, okay. But yeah, so next session, we will be level 2. So I apologize to Carmen because you got to do some different overlays now. But yeah, we'll pick up the story of Death House next Sunday. Same time, same place. And yeah, thank you for playing, y'all.
Oh, that's so fun.
Thank you for DMing.
It was
This was
really
so
fun.
fun.
I'm glad. I hope you enjoyed it.
Oh,
Yeah.
hang on. Can I say something to my Discord real quick in the chat?
Yep.
You guys want me pizza? You know my address. I want cheese.
Yo,
I
and,
lived.
and they're the ones who finished the animated armor off.
Yeah.
So, yo, it's GG there, really, you know? What do I need to say? Oh, yeah. Thank you, obviously, to my players. Thank you so much. Let's quickly go round each other, and you can tell me who you are, who you're playing, where people can find you. So we'll go by this overlay. So let's go for Soph, please.
Hi. I'm Soph. I'm known as Turquoise Magpie on everywhere, like Instagram, Tumblr, and Twitter. I'm the artist who did the characters for this.
Fuck yeah.
It was a joy to do them. If you're interested in that kind of art, you can follow me on there. And
Commission
yeah, that's
this
about it.
artist, y'all. Commission them. They do amazing D&D work. Just incredible. And make sure you use Pally as well, so you can tip them directly. We actually had some tips coming through during the session, so thank you so much. Really appreciate it.
Thank you. Also, a shout out to Carmen who did the overlay.
Yes, exactly. Thank you, Civils. Appreciate you. All right, let's go to Rain.
Hello, my name is Goss. I play Rain, and I am Gossamer's art on every platform, but I mainly post to Instagram. I post art stuff. I'm definitely going to be drawing some funny memes from this campaign. So.
Yes, I really,
Check that out.
I would love the art community to get behind this, and I really want to see like people doing your characters and doing certain scenarios. It's like animated armor getting pushed off the balcony is just, you know. And
Lancelot. We want to see Valor Lancelot.
yes, Lancelot,
Yes.
100%. I don't know what the breed would be. You know what? It's a runt. To be fair, let's be fair. It's a runt, so we'll figure it out. But Gus, thank you so much. And that's your is that your first time DMing? Sorry, role playing and playing D&D?
Yes.
Yo, you fucking killed it.
Yeah.
So good.
Really, really good.
Yeah, and you got
Really
props
Fantastic
and
prop
shit.
work. Yeah.
I put a waistcoat on what I've had for 10 years and a bow tie. That's what I did today. But no, really, really good stuff. Wonderful. Really good ideas too. And you
you.
stole shit because you're a rogue, and I appreciate that. Thank you. Let's go for a Dro or
Ooh.
Bakar.
My name is Hydro. I'm playing Bakan in the current D&D campaign we're doing. I'm a horror streamer, also now a Red Dead Redemption 2 roleplay streamer.
Yeah.
So if everyone come check that out, come hang out. I can't do cool art, but I'm loud, so that's my talent.
And I'll add this, Dro. Dro is one of my favorite Dead by Daylight streamers. I have literally looked up to this amazing person with how they do their streams, their energy. Always a fucking pleasure to watch, and they're very good at shooty person, cowboy boy, Deathslinger. So 100% check them out. They're fucking great, and I'm so happy you're here. I'm so happy you're part of this
I'm
campaign,
having so
dude.
fun. I'm
Good.
diving really hard into like role playing all of a sudden. So
Sick.
this is great. And the people here, like the co-hosts or co-cast here, you guys are all like really fun to role play with. So thank you.
Yeah, you killed
Making
it.
it easy, you know.
Yeah,
good.
I'm glad. I have that pressure of this is our first D&D session. Oh fuck. But no, I appreciate you. Really, really good. And finally, Davey.
Hi, I'm Naomi. I play Davy. You can find me on socials under the name Rosewaterfish. I mostly post on Instagram, but I also have a Tumblr and a Twitter, etc. And I'm happy to be here. This is gonna be so much fun.
Davey's a nightmare. I love him.
I love her.
I love her.
I love them.
We
Oh,
need to
energy.
protect Davy at all costs.
it's so
She
good.
reminds me of somebody, but that's backstory for later. So
Fuck yes. Yeah, thank you for keeping your backstories secret, because you gotta do the slow drip feed, you know, that's what you gotta try and do. But yeah, thank you everyone. It's been really great. I was so nervous about
You
doing
did great
this.
though.
Yeah,
Yeah, you don't
I
need to
felt
be.
okay. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm excited for the next part. I'm really excited for the next part. And it's been great. You guys have been making it really easy for me, so thank you. Catch us next Sunday. We're going to be doing this every Sunday as much as possible, at the same time, same place. Find me on Whisker on Twitch everywhere. Honestly, whatever, it's fine. But yeah, that's it, y'all. We're going to raid out to Shy, because Shy is cool. And that's it. Thank you all so much, and catch you next time. Goodbye.
bye.
Bye.